Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
Yeah.
What up?
What the fuck is up? I don't know. This is episode 173 of the iLLogical
173
podcast. This is your boy Busby.
Give me a hell yeah!
And over here is your boy JC No
And Martin. I said Martin.
Oh, what up? What's that?
Shit. Motherfucker. You don't know, we're quarantined into this room because, the coronavirus is going wild.
Yeah, man.
It's wild.
That shit running nuts.
Corona.
Wow.
Corona.
Motherfuckers, I can't even cough without motherfuckers looking at me crazy.
Seriously, though, man. That shit's stupid. Like, that shit's hella dumb.
Just sneeze and like, shoo. Oh, shit.
Yeah. But they starting to get to...
Lysol spray. Lysol spray.
They talking about getting ready canceling sporting events and shit. And I'm like...
Mm-hmm.
No.
Bruh. The dumbest shit, though, playing in front of fans. Like, in front of no fans.
Yeah.
In front of no fans.
Just, they already canceled South by Southwest. That was wild.
Shit.
Fuck that. They canceled... they suspended an Italy soccer league.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they...
because it's all over Italy.
Yeah, they shut
It's
down.
all over Italy. Italy's on lockdown right now. They're like, no. We gonna y'all gonna sit this shit out.
No.
There's even some places they completely stopped import-exports.
Mm-hmm.
Like, completely. Like, their lands are shut down.
The James Bond movie
That's crazy.
The James Bond movie got pushed to November. It was supposed to come out next month because the international shit, because they're under the scare. South by Southwest got shut down for the first time in like 30-something years.
Hand sanitizer stock has gone up.
Niggas, grocery stores, niggas are losing their fucking mind, man. There's like a line in the bathrooms. Like I remember I was working, I was in the line in the bathroom. There was like a little line just to motherfuckers to wash their damn hands. Like, you guys weren't washing your hands before?
Yeah. Now, people are going crazy for these on all these orders. Like, all these orders have been spiking up the last few weeks. Every single order, it's hand sanitizer, and every single order, I'm letting them know. And this is out, and there's nothing there's nothing that can be done. I can't go to another store.
Motherfuckers.
Try to find it. All the stores are out. It's back ordered. It's back ordered on Amazon.
Wow.
There's certain stores that are selling sanitizer for anywhere between $20 and $60, depending on the size of the sanitizer.
What?
Yeah, it's hand sanitizer is gold right now.
Yeah, not
That's
soap.
crazy.
And the fucked up thing is, the hand sanitizer ain't gonna do shit to the coronavirus because the hand sanitizer only takes care of bacteria, not viruses. Yeah, so it's like, yeah.
What's even more wild about it, because the media is just really scaring everybody, but no one's ever reading the fine print. Yeah, they're only talking about people that are affected by it, which is right now worldwide, as we're talking, is like over 100K, which is pretty big.
Yeah.
But you know how many people are surviving this shit? That the survival rate is over 70,000. So people are all recovering from this. And they're not talking about that. Oh yeah, and like, 2 people died.
Yeah, and they'll say 3,200 people died, but they only say, so far 3,200 people have died. And it's like, okay, well, what's the number of the people that...
Oh, no, don't worry about that. That ain't ratings. That
like-
won't bring in ratings.
That don't matter, bro.
That don't matter. Niggas are dying.
Yeah, people are
3,200
dying
out of how many?
Niggas are dying.
If you say 3,200 out of 5,000, then it's like, all right, cool, we got a fucking problem.
Yeah,
but if you start bringing up 3,200 out of 1.3 million, then it's
Or
like...
how about that? How many people are in this world? Because my mom broke this shit down. Like, how many people are in this world?
I think it's up to 7 billion now.
7 billion
It's
people.
between-
7 billion
It's between
people
6.
on Earth?
I know for sure it's a minimum 6, but it's anywhere between 6
That's
and 7
Give or
billion.
take a million. Give or take a million.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're trying to tell me, and it's all over the world at this point, except for Africa, because
And Mexico. I told you, they got vibranium.
I'm telling you, only people that died in Africa that have this shit are people that came out of town. They'll go like, well, they're not reporting about it. No, because niggas know how to wash their fucking hands and their ass.
Yeah.
saying.
No, it's the
truth.
It's real life. Like,
That's what they're saying.
I get it.
there's
bro.
reports
It's
about
funny as hell.
there's reports just in everywhere. Like everywhere you turn, you'd be surprised about the reports just saying how much fecal matter is in everything that we actually put our hands on and shit.
Yeah.
'Cause people don't wash their fucking hands after they're supposed to wipe their ass.
That's
People wash
crazy.
wash their hands when I'm at the bar or the club. I've rarely seen anybody after they take a piss not wash their hands. Like I've watched everybody wash their hands. So you tell me if you're in a fucking bar or club and niggas know how to wash their hands, you can't wash your hands?
At home?
And the club and
you
bar
take a
ain't the
shit?
most
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Ain't
not
the
the
cleanest-
sanitary.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
ain't the cleanest spot.
You feel me, bro? Like y'all some nasty
I mean,
motherfuckers.
shit, if you go to the Oakland bar, you might even catch people fucking.
Yeah, I saw that video. You little nasty motherfuckers. It was like, y'all just nasty. I have a feeling this shit's gonna go away by a month. Well, I don't think the virus is gonna go away, but I think because they said South Korea, their cases have kind of like started dwindling a bit.
Yeah.
Same in China. So what the fuck are they doing? And meanwhile, this whole ass nigga in office is just saying, hey, it's okay. We're gonna be okay. He just some shit like that. I don't know.
I mean, he ain't lying.
He's waiting until the weather to warm up. That's what he said.
Yeah. Well, he's not lying. He gonna be okay.
Oh no!
yeah.
Did you hear that?
He don't know what the fuck everybody else gonna do.
No,
but
you didn't hear about
he
what
gonna
happened.
be okay.
You didn't hear about what happened. There was this fucking event that hoe ass nigga Junior was at, or hoe ass Pence. I call him Pence. I call him Pence. Hoe ass, and Vice President hoe ass were at, and someone who someone who actually had the coronavirus was actually there. Well, he didn't get in contact with the hoe ass nigga. And during the press conference, they asked hoe ass if he got in contact with it. He didn't say nothing. And I'm like, oh, so you did? So maybe this shit's not so bad after all.
I mean, he's the president. They got cures for everything.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's a shot, just like
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so
I'm just saying,
that's what I'm saying. He's saying don't worry about it. Because what he's saying is, don't worry about me. I'm going to be all right.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck y'all going to do, but I'm all right. That's what he was saying.
And it's pretty much at this. And it's funny, only out here in the Bay Area, there's only 20 cases that we know about. And it's funny because I'm waiting for that. Oh, someone from the Bay Area died from this, and I haven't heard shit. So they probably recovered, and they were okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people on that boat that had it apparently.
Yeah, and they're on their way back. They're in Oakland, but they're quarantined them.
Yeah, they're sending them to Georgia, I think it was.
Now they're in Georgia now?
Like some random ass
I thought they were
place.
going to dock in Oakland.
Nah.
They changed.
Oakland did not accept them because they were like, oh, well, it came from Frisco, send it back. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that type of shit.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But apparently they were sending them to Georgia.
They're going to run out of gas soon, man.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's like a nice documentary.
I mean, it's gotten to the point where you got publications like CBS putting out the most obvious of notes, and it's just like, well, okay.
Like what?
Rumors spread on social media that snorting cocaine and drinking bleach can cure coronavirus. They can't. And it's like, well, technically they can.
I mean,
like,
you'll be dead.
yeah, like, you're not going to feel the relief of the effects of
Nah.
cocaine and bleach, but technically you'll be cured.
You'll
Like,
be cured.
You'll die from something else.
Completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing. You won't
Yeah.
die from coronavirus. You'll
No.
die from something else.
Yeah,
You'll
they'll
die
carry it.
from cocaine and bleach.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah.
bleach at the same damn
Yeah.
time. I don't know. This crazy is just wild. It's like a Boondocks episode, man. It's like people are losing their fucking minds right now. And I'm just sitting back looking at all, like, the grand scheme of things, and I'm just like, really? Really? All right, God, you funny. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, all right, you funny. What's
I'm saying, I wonder where the outbreak monkey is.
Man.
Because
Where's that orange juice, bro? That's all I want to know.
Because the fucked up thing is, this is all taking place during allergy season.
Yeah.
So now people start sneezing, you don't know what the fuck they got.
I'm just saying, I'm
didn't
just
even think about
saying,
that
what
shit.
if the cure for this virus is weed? What if that's the cure?
Well, we're gonna find out all 420.
I will be fine. Do not worry about me, guys.
But I do feel bad for all the people at South by Southwest, man. All the music artists that were going to go over there, like the up and coming independent folks, especially the movie people, like the film industry folks that had their movies premiere over there and shit. Now they can't have no movies to premiere because South by Southwest is where they get their buzz up. Now, because of this fucking coronavirus, they canceled that shit. So now it's just like, well, shit.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
I definitely would rather take precaution though.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
especially if your movie don't
so-
get picked up, but you pick up coronavirus.
Damn.
Like,
Hey man, Coachella
Damn,
folks is saying
Yeah.
we're gonna keep with Coachella. Give a fuck or not, WrestleMania's still gonna go on. Give a fuck or not, they're gonna get their money.
yeah, Coachella ain't new to this. Didn't they have like an outbreak a few years ago at the festival?
STDs, like a
Oh, yeah, it was
Yeah,
herpes and
yeah.
some
So
shit.
they, you know, Motherfuckers that was getting all that. They like, coronavirus? What's that shit? Just get another round. Yeah. Coronavirus, just order another round of Coronas. We good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, all them white folks, they ain't gonna fuck. Same with WrestleMania. People from all over the world are gonna try to come to Tampa Bay. Damn. Well, Vince is gonna be like, man, Vince McMahon has a nigga die in his ring and continue the damn show. You think the coronavirus is gonna stop his ass?
Yeah.
Shit.
I know. On the other hand, though, I do want to send prayers out to a second home of mine, which was Nashville.
Oh yeah.
Big ass tornado hit downtown and
late at night too.
Yeah, this is the fucked up thing about it. My cousin was actually downtown when it happened.
Fuck.
Because my uncle and my aunt, they all live out in Brentwood, which is about 35 minutes outside of Nashville. But apparently he was down there and he just happened to leave right
when the shit hit.
Yeah, like
wow.
Yeah. So ain't that about a bitch?
That shit was rough. So I was
a bitch, man. That's lucky as fuck.
No. Ain't that a bitch? Like as soon as you leave, all of a sudden, like you look outside, you see a big ass tornado. Like what the? Because they didn't think it was gonna happen.
Gas, man.
Right.
Shit.
It's like Twister.
Fuck out of there.
Independence Day type shit.
Yeah, I saw on Twister.
Yeah.
That movie Twister.
Oh, that movie Twister?
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, so I spent all, usually Tuesday morning we do our promo for the show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Tuesday morning was basically, in lighter words for not fine other words, it was kind of like, fuck the show. I got to call people.
Well, yeah, it's your family. Made sense.
Figure out what's going on with everything. But fortunately, everybody that I got in contact with was okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So I was thankful for that, but definitely prayers up to the community out there for that.
It also fucked up this like one well-known wrestling building, like a place where they hold like a lot of historic wrestling events. Fucking destroyed that shit.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck, man. Yeah, thoughts and prayers to them.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. What's going on TV? I watched that show. That show that I watched, Lil Dicky shit. Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave. It's on Hulu. It's pretty much a gentrified Atlanta. That's what it is.
For lack of better words,
because they're saying, Donald Glover, you taking too fucking long. So yeah, Dave.
Here's white Atlanta.
Here's white Atlanta. White old all over.
Yeah.
White Atlanta.
White Atlanta.
Dave Atlanta.
Dave Atlanta. Even though it takes place in LA. But dude, it was like, I guess it's gonna be like 6 episodes. I looked on Wikipedia, it's like 6 episodes ish. And
yeah, the premiere was two for one.
And I saw the producers, and I saw Scooter Braun's on it, and Kevin Hart produced it. And there's like a whole legion of executive producers, including Lil Dicky himself. And I'm like, when I saw Kevin Hart and Scooter, I was like, okay, this show ain't gonna fail.
Yeah.
First 2 episodes were hilarious. The YG episode was funny.
I just don't know how I feel about it.
Why?
Only because it's, I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, I'm intrigued by it enough to go back to it. Mm-hmm. I don't know, it was just really very awkward at times. And
He's an awkward person.
Yeah, I get it, but even then it was, still kind of awkward at times.
That
like,
part when
the very dry humor was cool. I dug the dry humor. I don't know, it just felt really awkward at times.
That part where he was gonna walk into YG's studio session because they told him to go get some food. Like, hey, mealtime, and they just push him out and take the food. The Macklemore episode, that shit was hilarious in a dark way because I like dark sense of humor, especially the ending.
That sure reminded me of the Atlanta episode where he goes back looking for his jacket and they kill dude and he's like, can you check his pockets for a key?
Yeah.
Like, that's basically what the ending was. It's like, oh, shit. That happened. Oh. Ha!
Yeah, pretty much. And when it ended, it was like one big ha, then it goes black. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I like this show.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dave.
I mean, it's got promise. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if I for sure like it or if I'm just really intrigued by it that I'm
more intrigued. I'm more intrigued. That's why I hate when just 2 episodes. I do like FX on Hulu, though. Like, that's like a God-given. I don't think that sucks.
You heard about that, Martin?
Nah.
So, everything on FX is on Hulu now.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit?
And whenever it shows, I think it's like 24 hours or less, it pops up on Hulu.
Nice.
Instantly.
Okay.
Instantly. They are the exclusive home for FX now.
So I'm definitely going to watch that shit.
And I think shit's
on there.
And I think they, like, original programming will be on there, too. So, like,
Dave was for that.
Yeah, oh, yeah, they did. That was do you know that they took out Fox out of all the studios now? Like, it does no longer called 20th Century Fox. It's just called 20th Century Studios.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching the New Mutants trailer, and it said 20th Century Studios. I'm like, oh, they did the fuck serious. They're like, get this
And now
fox
it's-
the fuck out of
Now
here.
this is sponsored by us, motherfucker.
Yeah, I like
Get
that.
this fox the fuck
This
out
is
of
Mouse
here.
Media,
I was about to
bitch.
say, it should say 21st Century Mouse.
Yeah.
Shit.
Speaking of the mouse, I saw that movie Upward.
Onward.
Onward. I don't know how to say Upward. Yeah, Onward. Yeah, with the Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rank it. It was an enjoyable watch. Like, it was an enjoyable watch. It's not going to be like one of the greatest ones, but it's going to be
Serviceable.
It's serviceable. Yeah, it's watchable. Fucking Tom Holland, and what's his name? Chris Pratt. Did a good job voice acting and shit.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it was cool.
My whole week was dedicated to the Lakers, man.
Hey,
And boy, was it a great week.
I bet it was
amazing.
It must be nice.
was
That was
fucking
me a
amazing.
few weeks. That was me a few months ago with my Niners.
That's funny because I was right there with you,
Right.
and now I'm over here.
Bring your ass over here.
Nah, I'm good.
Smooth transition from our team. Like, that sucks. But my other team.
Yeah, my other team is doing good. All right.
All right, and you just go creep right over there and leave me here.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the big talk about the Lakers was the weekend games against the Bucks and the Clippers.
That was a statement
But
game.
to me, the shit that set it off was what happened against Philly.
Oh,
I probably saw
Man.
the best 5 minutes of basketball played when they ended that first half. And it was just nothing but the most dominating defense turning into the most easiest of buckets ever. I can't remember a time I've ever seen that in the NBA period, let alone from the Lakers.
and boy, that group chat was
Yeah.
lighting up.
Martine and I just were...
y'all were high fiving each other.
Digitally,
Like, digitally
Digitally
high fiving,
yeah.
like
Yep.
jumping jacks, jumping for joy, and I was just watching.
Like we
from
waited,
the
like
rafters.
it wasn't until just a few hours ago we actually showed Busby those 5 minutes, and then even he was watching like, oh shit, like it's like Now imagine actually seeing that live, and
Yeah.
that's why we were garnering those responses.
just dominance, just straight dominance. That's the best way to describe
I
what
mean,
y'all
every
Lakers
ball
were
just
doing.
every Bradley just snatched Al Horford the ball, and he snatched Al Horford's soul.
Yeah.
whatever's left of it.
Yep.
I bet you he took his talent like Space
Just
Jam.
told
him.
On some Space Jam shit.
Just told him.
Give me what I want.
Yeah,
For real.
yeah. Like he snatched it, and I went, "Oh shit!" He took his cookies. And before I even hit cookies, KCP was already dunking the ball on the other
Like,
side. Like,
It was just
yeah.
straight dominance. Like, that was just like, I was like, wow, that's the Lake Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it prime time or showtime?
Showtime.
Showtime.
Like I said, this was the beauty of it was all the offense was a result of the defense. Like the defense was the
great
most dominating
defense.
part of it all.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like, they were just doing what they want on offense. It was
And then right at the buzzer. Right at the buzzer.
yeah.
LeBron with the most disrespectful
Block.
fucking block
Just blocked
ever.
the shit out of
Like he just looked at him like,
But
"Who
it's
the fuck are you?" And he just swatted his shit out like,
no.
yeah.
And now it's pretty much like, people are saying this is like a foregone conclusion that LeBron's going to be MVP this year.
It's up there.
I
It's-
still can't.
I mean, everybody,
Giannis to me is
not,
still
not
in the front.
completely. You know what I'm saying? Like Giannis still has a hold on it.
yeah.
How tight that hold is, I'm not too sure.
It's
right
shrunk
now.
up. It's shrunk up
Yeah.
after this weekend.
Oh yeah, LeBron made
for
his
sure.
statement. Everything I was seeing, I was like, yeah, LeBron really he turned it on. He's feeling like it
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
The Bucks game was just a great game from beginning to end. Of course, because of the implications, I was treating that like a playoff game.
Uh-huh. It felt like one though too. I
yeah.
mean, like just if you looked at the way the players are reacting on the court, that shit looked like a playoff
Yeah.
game. Like
Yeah.
legit.
Definitely was being covered. I mean, Jay-Z was at the game.
He's on
Yeah.
both games, and then went to a Griselda concert right after.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got there.
The atmosphere of Friday night was just great. And then to start the second half off with an 18-0 run
Oh man.
was awesome, which pretty much sealed up at that point because we didn't give up the lead after
Yeah.
that.
Once we got there, it was like that was it.
Yeah.
We ain't looking
And then
back.
it was just a matter of just seeing how the team was playing. Like, it was like AD and LeBron doing what they do. But it was
Right.
always one or two role players that were in all these games. It's always one or two role players that just adds to the fact. So it's a balance.
Yeah.
Right Rondo looked serviceable against the Bucks, and then I was just saying, get the fuck out the Clippers game. Like, just get him the fuck out of here.
I saw when you retweeted Rossi.
Yeah.
It's like, just give me 2 more minutes of don't fuck this up.
Yeah. Because Rossi was ready to go through the screen and fuck that nigga up, like, on site. Rossi don't like that nigga.
First it went from KCP, and then he just morphed into Rondo.
We bullied KCP into being a role player. And then we realized, hey, Kuz, you fucking up too. So then we transferred all that energy to him. And then when he dyed his hair back black, he's been doing other stuff besides.
He's been alright.
Yeah, like he hasn't been scoring the greatest, but he's been doing other stuff, which is like, all right. And then once we saw him do that, then now it's Rondo. Like, fuck are you doing, old
Back
man?
to Rondo.
It's like a cycle.
Yeah. So Friday night was cool, and then of course yesterday's game.
Sunday's game. This past Sunday, I watched part of it. I watched the first half, and I'm like, oh, they're down. I'm gonna come back in the third or the fourth quarter. That's when shit gets exciting. And it came back in the fourth. I'm like, oh, it's exciting. Yes, it is. And then LeBron just, killed it. In the end, I'm like, because it gets to the point now, because I'm using my common sense. I'm looking at LeBron, and I'm like, end it, do it. And then he did it, and I'm like, there you go.
The beautiful thing of it was that he started the ending process in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yes.
AD was the one that was ending it.
Yeah.
It was LeBron facilitating, which was perfect because it was, he can't facilitate in the fourth quarter. He's got to, if somebody's got to do it. And with AD doing his part, it allowed him to find various spots. And then again, shout out to Avery Bradley.
Again.
Like, answering the call with Pat Beverly.
Yeah.
Literally snatched his shit and then got up in his face, and I was like, man, fuck that technical. That's exactly what we needed.
Yeah. I mean, shit, just the way the game started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, AD getting that pick.
Like, pretty
and
much
fucking Bradley
saying,
right after picking, what's the name? Beverly's pocket and shit.
Right.
Like, yeah, man.
Well,
from the jump.
Yeah.
It was fucking defense.
And that was pretty much saying flat out, this is a preview of the Western Conference Finals. So,
realistically, I mean, it's a preview of the champion.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I mean,
it's
basically up to these 3 teams that we just saw in these 2 matchups.
Yeah, that's what it's looking
Bucks,
like.
Lakers, or Clippers.
Yeah.
I'll be shocked if it's not a Staples Center Western Conference Final.
Yeah,
That
seriously.
was wild.
I mean, even though if it's 2020, I'm actually still kind of shocked there hasn't been a Staples Center playoff series to begin with.
Hey, man, you said
I'm not
2020.
really shocked.
Hey,
I am concerned there was that 1 to 2 year period where we both were playoff contenders.
You talking about the more recent one with Chris Paul? And
No,
shit,
yeah.
Okay.
That period. There was still that 1 to 2
yeah.
years there, so I'm kind of shocked that didn't take place in that time frame.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Everything else before and after, it
you
makes
said
sense.
2020. Yeah, you said 2020. You're the first one to say it.
Lakers 2020 on schedule, man.
Yeah,
everything on schedule.
Great.
We've been preaching that.
And it is still kind of surreal when you see LeBron in that Laker. I was like, damn, he really is a Laker. I don't know what was more surreal, seeing LeBron in a Laker or Kevin Durant in a Warriors jersey. I don't know what was more surreal to me to look at. Like, damn.
LeBron's a Laker.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Because that shit, I'll be honest with you, I never thought it would ever happen.
That too.
You know what I mean? Like, shit, for
Yeah.
real. Like, because you know how it was. It was Kobe and the Lakers versus LeBron. You know what I mean? It was never...
It was the Lakers versus LeBron.
Well,
I just like saying,
I say
'cause
Kobe
Kobe was the
because I'm
team.
talking, when I say Kobe, I mean Kobe fans.
Oh, okay.
You know what
And
I'm saying?
Kobe wasn't the team at that point.
Yeah. And Kobe,
Don't disrespect Powell and Lamar Odom and all our guys.
But that's what I mean, like Kobe and the Lakers versus LeBron. Because that's really what it was. Like, it was that rivalry. That was why I never... And when I say rivalry, that's lighthearted because we all know now there really wasn't a rivalry between them. It was more about just the fans hyping it up and everything.
Yeah,
exactly.
But because of that, I never envisioned him ever wearing a Lakers jersey.
Well, I mean, on top of that, when you put LeBron on the Lakers in 2K, the response is, "Oh, keep dreaming."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody would ever be like, I can see that happening.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah,
that's never happened in a million years.
Yeah. And then it happens, and it's like,
What happened?
Like,
Like, if you told me in 2013, you would have told me that LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Dwight Howard would be on the Lakers at the same time.
fuck. No.
Like, how the fuck you gonna pull that off?
You full of shit.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that?
But here we are in 2020, and
seriously.
LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Dwight Howard are on the Lakers at the same time.
Well, shit. Well, round of applause for Steph Curry making a comeback.
Wait.
Oh, there's more? Oh, my bad. There's more.
Yeah, Lakers, that was just on the court stuff.
Oh, there's more stuff. My bad.
Before we even get to that, let me just say I'm not gonna fully apologize to LeBron yet.
Oh, yeah, no, y'all gotta win yet. That's the deal.
what I'm
y'all
saying.
gotta
Like,
win.
I'm not
You
gonna
gotta be like Jet
fully
York.
apologize.
Like my shit was get to the.
My God, dude, for all the years I've been saying, if this motherfucker would just get through to his fucking skull, that he could just go to the hole at will. You know what I mean? And that's how he shut out the game against the Clippers. Lo and behold.
I mean,
He's finally turning that on, and that's what's scary.
But see, it's like I was telling you, like it's
he feels like it.
It just he's got to preserve himself those first 2 months. It's different style of management.
I'm talking about over the span of his career.
Oh no, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like
is
now it seems like he's like, all right, I'm going there. Stop me.
Well, he's taking all this shit personal too now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like then in his prime, it was undisputed. Like you couldn't say he wasn't the best in the game during his prime. Year 17, like he's kind of taking this shit to heart.
That shit is insane.
Now that Kobe's death is affecting him, and now he's on some, you will not beat me. I will not lose. So it's like, okay.
He's basically on that.
About damn time.
And then, we off the court, we went ahead and signed edible waiters. I'm happy with that.
CD waiters?
Yeah. I'm happy with that. I'm especially happy with the organization saying we're not going to rush him in because looks like he's been missing a few games and taking up a few extra meals.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like...
well, for a guy like him, like it don't work that well, bro.
Yeah. But I am glad that he is going to be worked in the rotation eventually because that is a legitimate scorer who does not need LeBron or AD to get his own shot.
Yep,
that's what separates him from the other role players.
Makes sense.
Markieff Morris has been a great godsend.
Yes,
he's given us he's given us a bully.
Yeah,
a goon.
Yeah.
Bulldog, man.
Yeah,
shit.
Like he's given us that toughness for the period of time when he's on the court, so I appreciate that. And then the Lakers did a partner. I don't know if it's a partnership, but they have a sponsorship now with the First Entertainment Credit Union.
Really?
Yeah, and that's a multi-season deal. And the ambassador for that
is Anthony Davis.
And for those who don't understand the significance of Anthony Davis being ambassador to that, this is, of course, going into his free agency year. And, for everybody that was always, just talking the shit the past few months, he didn't re-sign. It's like, yeah, he didn't re-sign because he could get a bigger contract by not re-signing.
Yep.
But this was all in play. Like, one thing people got to understand is the Lakers know how to take care of their superstars. Like, that's never been in question.
That shouldn't be anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's one thing the organization cannot fail at. It's pleasing their superstars.
Yeah, they do. They know how to do it.
And that's so.
Hey.
I'm very. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. We still got work to do. You don't win the finals in March.
Yeah,
but
true.
With this week of basketball, I was very pleased with what I saw.
Very pleased.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, Steph Curry's back. Well, was back.
No, he was back,
and now he's sick.
Bye bye.
He's still
I know, but that game I saw him against the Raptors, he showed he still got them fuck you threes.
And now he has the corona.
No. He got them fuck you. That was an exciting game. It was just like, it was at that point, and it was just like, damn, if Clay and them were in this game, they probably would have won it, but they weren't. So that's all that is. And then he was on the G League for like a day just to practice, and then they fired him.
not even a day, bro.
Yeah, he was there for 3 hours.
3 hours
not
just
even
to practice.
Fucking hour and a half.
Yeah,
just to practice.
But no, he was there for 3 hours. He had to be assigned to the team.
Yeah.
He had to practice. He had to do a couple, pictures, shower, eat his meal, then leave.
Get ready for the game.
It would have been 1.5 hours.
I don't know why the Warriors did that shit.
Well, because it's standard.
Yeah,
it's always standard. Like Greg Popovich actually used to make his players play a game or two in the G League.
Yep.
Like Manu and Tony Parker played G League games when they were coming back from injury.
Okay.
So it's not as wild as people would assume.
Yeah.
For it to be assigned to the G League for a little while.
Is there still more basketball stuff or nah?
I mean, since we're on the topic of the Warriors, Draymond and Chuck.
Charles Barkley! And I've been waiting, baby. Charles Barkley!
Oh boy.
I like that.
Charles Barkley.
Draymond and Chuck been going at it.
For how long have they been going at it? Years.
Years, man.
What does Chuck call him all the time?
I don't know what he calls them, but I know that he always refers to them and say, "Hey, put up another one of them triple singles."
Triple singles, yes. Talking hella shit about him. Even KD, I mean, one time he was talking shit about him. KD's like, well, you want to talk to him? I can call him. The fuck?
Yeah. So this go around when Draymond got ejected from the game against the Lakers, that's when Chuck brought it up. It doesn't help the fact that when Shaq starts laughing, it's one of the most keep going laughs.
Yeah.
Like, just egging him on.
Seriously.
So then it got, I don't know if words had been said since then, but then Draymond went to the media and said Chuck just needs to shut up because he'll take his job on TNT and he can't talk to him and sit with the seat with him in terms of basketball. No rings. And everybody was looking at him like,
What kind of shit is that?
because if y'all remember, Charles Barkley is not only at one point the top 50 player, one of the top 50 players in the league, he's also a former MVP. And Draymond this year is averaging a triple single.
Yeah, he is trash. he really is a role player. The way I've been seeing, he can't carry a team for shit.
Nah.
Like, I've seen a lot of Warriors fans finally admit what they didn't want to admit over the years, and were trying to paint a narrative that Draymond was this fourth legit super all-star.
No, they thought he was like up there with.
They thought he was up there with
Clay.
Shaq. They thought he was up there with Shaq. Like he could take on Shaq and shit. Even I.
Oh yeah, like for example that meme that was going around. Remember, like, how does this end?
How do you think that
How
ends?
do you think this ends?
This ends with fucking Draymond on a stretcher, bro.
Yeah, like, that's no disrespect to Draymond. It's just,
it's a fact.
It is what it is.
You gotta know your personnel, and Draymond's great. He's great to. I wish we had two Draymonds on the Lakers.
Yeah,
like
well,
it's
now
awesome.
we got one Morris.
Yeah, I mean, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's somebody you want on your team, but it's not somebody that you're gonna expect to be the superstar.
I'm not a Warrior fan again, but if I was a Warrior fan, I know a fact's a fact. So it's just like Draymond can't carry this fucking team. Like that's what Warrior. Well, again, going back to when they lost the finals against the Raptors, a real Warrior fan should have just been like, "Well, shit, I got my 3 rings. I saw my parades. I'm happy." But no, these niggas lost their fucking minds. and like, I knew, like, dude, if I was a Warrior fan, I'd be like, yeah, we're gonna be trash. Fuck it, tank season, get my draft picks, and then we're gonna come back stronger next season. I'm just gonna kick back. But no, these motherfuckers are just sad.
And they still talking shit about Wiggins.
Yeah.
Every time I see Wiggins play, I'm like,
the Warrior fans I follow actually love Wiggins.
This isn't in fucking on the internet. This is in real life.
Yeah. Like, my friends like Wiggins. Like, they see the vision. Like, they're like, okay, when
I saw the vision when I saw him playing with Steph.
I saw the vision when I saw him playing with Steph. Then there's still a select few where they're like, this is why we make the trade. He's not the guy. And it's like, that's the point. He's not. That's the beauty of it. He doesn't have to be the guy.
Yeah.
He's your third scoring option, and he can put up 20 on any given night.
Just imagine him and Clay and Steph.
And the other thing, though, is like, oh, yeah, he could put up 20, but let's say Steph or Clay goes down. Can he put up 30? I'm like, yo.
What are you hearing? Who told you
I'm
this?
telling you, this is people that I know, bro. Like, I'm fucking having conversations with these Warrior fans, and this is their fucking excuses.
They got 3 rings. Why are they still thinking about... All right.
That's fucking 3 rings, dog. That's in the past already.
All right, man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, real
shit.
shit.
2020 in effect.
Yep.
I know that.
But real
it's
shit,
just,
it's like, how are you going to say, oh, yeah, well, he can get 20, but can he get 30? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what do you expect out of anybody that you're getting as your third option?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, any third option. Like, who is our third option right now? Fucking Bradley? You know what I'm saying?
Like, our third option switches every night, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. Though. Like, who is our third option? We don't have a solid one.
Iggy was
they
never
do.
the third option.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Iggy was like 4th or 5th option.
But still, it's just like, I'm just, well, you hearing this. Like, Warrior fans I follow on Twitter, they're happy about Andrew Wiggins. It's like, whatever, they're happy. Some of them are mad. He's like, you're not supposed to be winning. He's tank, damn it. But
I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter if they win or lose.
No, exactly. They're like last in the fucking league, right?
And then you know what dude told me? There's one dude that in particular, you know what he told me? He goes, oh, well, you know, Jordan Poole, I feel like he could be that guy.
Yeah.
Or Pascal. And I'm like, yeah, Pascal, I could see
Pascal.
I could see him doing good.
They got to sit Draymond for Pascal. Like, going into next year, they got to make the same move that the Warriors made getting Draymond in for David Lee.
Mm-hmm.
it's time for Draymond. Draymond's got to start coming off the bench now.
Yep.
Like it's getting to that point because
but even
Pascal gives them a younger. He's just younger, and I'm not saying he can do everything that Draymond does.
Yeah,
or
it's just a simple. Yeah, it's just a simple fact. He's younger and he can give you that productivity.
Yeah,
doesn't mean Draymond can't finish out the games, but starting wise, I believe they got to make that move.
Right, but with that said, I wouldn't put Pascal as your third option.
No,
like that's asking for a loss, pretty much.
Yeah.
Whatever.
At this point, especially.
At this point, I mean, whatever.
They got a godsend with Marquise Chris.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like, I'm still shocked the Suns let him go.
Yeah,
like
he's nice.
Yeah, so they got that right. So they're going to be all right. Like, we're going to have to see them at some point next season.
Oh, they're going to be back at, full strength. They'll be back at full strength. They're
going to be in contention.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, they're going to be in the
they're
mix.
going to be that team. They're going to be that fuck you team. No, I won't say they ain't going to be the fuck you team again. But they're
like they ain't taking over like they did.
Oh, of course, I'm not gonna say that.
But even I was about to say, even if they don't make it to that, they're still gonna get to the point where they're gonna fuck up somebody's dream.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna take someone's soul.
Yeah,
they're gonna take somebody's.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
that's what that
probably
boils
the
down
Rockets. They don't got no souls.
For real.
Rockets look good after the All-Star break, and then after that, like there was motherfuckers was just like, "Oh, you ain't got no center. All right, watch this," and then it's just been downhill.
I mean, and that was it was just bound to happen. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, come on, the writing was on the wall. How are you gonna fucking guard?
It's been on the wall.
They dropped from, and granted, they're only like half games apart, so it's not the biggest of deal. But they've dropped from like the 3rd seed to 6th seed last time I checked.
Shit.
Like the biggest prize of the season's been OKC. Really? Round of applause to OKC. Remember, they were supposed to be in
Paul. Yeah. Man, shit.
Remember, once they traded Paul George out, they were supposed to be a lottery team.
Wow.
They're 5th in the West right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for them.
So, shouts out to them. And then finally, New York basketball, bring your ass.
Right. And I've been waiting, baby.
Oh my God!
Somebody did this.
Who should we start with first? Because it's both teams.
Start with the Nets and just work your way up.
All right.
Yeah.
Or down, whatever.
All right, so with the Nets.
Yeah. I like that.
The Nets aren't as bad. They went ahead and they fired their coach, Kenny Atkinson. They say they parted their ways amicably, but it kind of looks like he was forced out.
Whichever.
It's not as bad until you start reading some of the reports.
What are the reports?
The reports are that KD and Kyrie are behind that.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
There's a report saying, and I'm taking this with a grain of salt.
But non-narrative. This is the facts.
No, well, you didn't say that. I'm taking it with a grain of salt because something doesn't add up. Because in KD's first interviews on why he came to the Nets, it was, I like Kenny Atkinson. I like what he brings as a coach.
He did say that.
Okay.
But there's a report saying that KD got fed up in a team meeting and was like, I'm tired of the culture that's here, which could only lead to Kenny Atkinson.
But didn't he say he loved the culture there?
That's why I'm just telling you what the report is this time, and I'm taking it with a grain of salt because it's like, it's like,
Wally.
And the thing is, they gonna try to pin something on Kyrie for anything. So I can only take that with a grain of salt too, because I don't know how much. I just know that Kenny Atkinson's gone. Even with them still being in the mix for that 8th seed right now,
right?
But it does bring up interesting and intriguing options for potential coaches. One of which is reportedly that Kyrie is on board for Tyronn Lue. Another one is Mark Jackson. But then there's a third report that Stephen A. Smith came out with. And the reason why I'm putting stock in this is because Stephen A. Smith came out a few months ago saying there was rumblings with Kenny Atkinson and the Nets.
Oh, okay.
What he's saying is because Sean Marks, who is the Nets GM, because his roots go back to the Spurs. He's saying don't be surprised if rumblings of Greg Popovich, his name coming into the mix. And the reason why is because you see what the Spurs are doing this year.
Yeah.
It ain't good.
Nope.
Yeah. You think they're gonna let Pop go?
No, but it depends on, again, you have somebody who was rooted with that organization. We're talking about somebody that was not only a former Spurs player that was on the championship team, but he was a former assistant coach for the team. A basketball operations assistant, the assistant general manager, and their G League team GM. He was in the building.
Yeah.
So he, not saying that I'm putting all my chips on that, but if somebody could get Pop to leave, with that resume, you would think Sean Marks would be the person.
You know who might be the better fill-in?
Who?
Tim Duncan.
Oh, yeah,
If he can pull Tim Duncan off that staff,
Possibly.
that'll be some shit.
that would be some shit. Because I personally, I can't see Pop leaving.
I can't
Spurs,
see it
bro.
either.
You know what I mean?
I can't see it, but what I'm saying is if there's one team with all of the effects that could pull him,
Yeah.
from that perspective, I can see the Nets
But
pulling
with
them.
all you mentioned, that's why I'm thinking if they're gonna target anyone, target the young guy.
Yeah, I
what I'm
can
saying?
definitely understand that.
Yeah.
I still feel the KD and Kyrie experiment is gonna explode next season. They're gonna be good for a minute, but I feel something's gonna happen and they're gonna explode.
It's a win-win for the fans.
Oh,
Because if they're good, it's must-see basketball.
If
they going at each other's necks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is powerful nigga.
I feel that's because they're both emotional ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So if shit goes left, they're gonna go left, all the way left.
And New York media is gonna
Yeah.
light that shit up, man.
But see, the thing of it is, I think what saves them is the fact they actually are friends. It's not like just two ball players came together.
Yeah.
Like, they actually are friends.
Right.
So I think that kind of saves them. And in the long run, yeah, they're beefing, but let's talk about the Knicks.
I mean, it's the Knicks.
Because anytime that you have an option to choose, if Kyrie and KD are beefing and the Knicks have internal shit going on, well, KD and Kyrie beefing is probably going to be on page 4. Page 1 is always going to be the shitstorm that is known
they're
as
always gonna
the New
find.
York
They're
Knicks.
always gonna find a way.
Right.
It's a talent.
And what I love about this, what makes it so delicious,
Oh shit.
is not too long ago, remember the draft lottery.
That was beautiful.
The Lakers got the 4th pick, and they just were cheering, ha ha, you guys suck, you're not getting Zion.
And then
then with the 3rd pick, the New York Knicks. And we was looking at them like, yeah, we know.
seriously.
We know we're not getting Zion. We just happy because we got the pick to give away to get AD.
Yep.
You motherfuckers, on the other hand, needed Zion.
Needed a prayer.
Yeah.
Because shit, the way Zion is playing, Knicks fans should be so mad right now. The way Zion's playing, like that could have been us.
Dom and I had a good laugh the other night where I was like, bro, remember when the Knicks were supposed to get Zion, KD, and Kyrie?
Dude, they really thought they were going to get a Super Bowl team. They thought they were going to get a super team.
Like,
They really thought
just remember that?
Yeah.
Kaz was all over it. Like, I remember that. Sorry, Kaz, but man.
Like, and the only reason
you
why
really thought that.
the only reson why I was doing tank for Zion as a Laker was just to piss them off and irritate them.
yeah,
I knew
sure.
we weren't going to.
I didn't want
Right,
Zion to
right.
go there. Like, out of just pettiness and fuckery. I want chaos. So, I got chaos.
It's great.
It is great.
It's awesome.
But anyway, Spike
The
Lee.
Knicks are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Spike Lee, man. Why'd you do Spike Lee like that, New York? Why?
Seriously.
Out of
what
all the people,
fuck?
the Lakers won't do that to Jack Nicholson. The Clippers won't do that to Billy Crystal. Shit.
Motherfucker, are you kidding me?
Billy Crystal's all they ever had.
Yeah.
No, that was the whole point. That's the only point.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, the disgust that came to my mind of thinking that our staff would do that to Jack Nicholson.
Oh man.
But why would
fuck?
they do
Are
that
you
to
kidding me?
Spike? Why would they do it to Spike? Like,
See,
why?
And that's the thing I don't get, man, because they were like stopping him from going in through the employee entrance, right?
Yeah.
Man, he's basically a fucking employee
Yeah.
and shit. Like, what
He's
the
the spokesperson for the fucking Knicks
Yeah.
down there. So what
He was the first Drake.
Seriously though.
Yeah, but
Real shit.
He's like, man, I've been famous since 1987.
Yeah.
Like 89 or whatever.
He was throwing out his. I keep buying these fucking bullshit ass tickets, and I'm still here. You making me do all this bullshit, and for the life of me, I just don't understand what was the problem with just letting him through the door.
He's Spike
Like,
Lee.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you could have just told him, hey, we want to let you know for future reference, we're gonna have to find a way to get you through because they're changing the rules. But for tonight, because you didn't know, like, come on, let's go. Like, it's Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking Spike Lee.
Right.
What
I
are you
would've
doing?
did that. The common sense would have told you to do that. It's fucking Spike Lee. This would be the title of this.
I mean, what did he do?
Fucking
Like, how much has he
Spike
spent?
Lee.
He spent $300,000 every year
That's-
for the last 30 years,
Well, that's sad.
or some shit like that.
God damn,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money.
Just in
down
terms,
the drain.
yeah. Just in terms of tickets.
I mean, that's your team. You would do that with the Niners, wouldn't you, for
Hey,
the money?
man, I mean, if I had the money like that,
And
yeah,
your
I
Niners
probably
were trash
would,
for all them years? Yeah.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
That's sad.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I had the money for Lakers, I wouldn't care. Like, I
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
if you gave me $300,000 a year to dispose,
Right.
I'm at least going to half of the 41 Lakers home games.
Right.
And that's at least.
Courtside.
Sure.
Next
Yeah.
to Jay-Z
Yeah.
and Blue Ivy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Half of it's courtside, half of it's
I'll be
just
high fiving Jack.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Half courtside, the other half would be like,
I mean, the suites.
I want to chill in the suites tonight. Run me to my suite.
All right, bougie.
Hey,
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 man.
I'll be the same
Staples
way.
Center's a different field.
I bet it is.
That you go to Staples Center, you
Hey,
feel like a
Staples
star.
Center is like an historic. Who would have thought an office supply store would have an historic ass arena?
Yeah,
I just thought of that right
you
now.
thank Shaq and Kobe for that.
I know,
Serious.
right?
But
And Michael
going back with the Knicks,
and Nipsey.
They ain't have nothing to do
I
with
just
building
wanted
the
to
brand
say-
of the Staples Center.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Let me just put that out there.
Hey, go on.
Got
Spike Lee.
nothing but love for them, but
they did not contribute to building that brand, that
Nah.
Staples Center.
nah.
But in terms of going back to the Knicks,
Nah.
the Knicks, for some reason, decided that it was okay to go and release another press release just weeks after they got done dealing
Steve
with
Stout.
Steve Stout shit. So they released a
man.
statement that reads, the idea that Spike Lee is a victim because we have repeatedly asked him to not use our employee entrance and instead use a dedicated VIP entrance, which is used by every other celebrity who enters the garden, is laughable.
Who else is going to
Like,
be
they
there?
started off with, like, they basically just, you're
Shitted
lying,
on
nigga.
them. Yeah.
It's disappointing that Spike would create this false controversy to perpetrate drama. Why?
wrote this?
Why would
Why?
this is the Knicks
Who
PR?
wrote that? The owner?
No, this is the Knicks PR.
It could be the owner though. I mean, I could see that.
I mean, I can see it, but
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there thinking he wrote this
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
no,
of course.
he gave the green light.
Yeah.
He is welcome to the garden anytime via the VIP or general entrance. Yeah, Spike Lee's gonna go through general entrance.
Yeah,
sorry.
okay.
Are you serious?
Just
Spike
not
Lee?
through our employee entrance, which is what he and Jim agreed to last night when they shook hands. So then Spike Lee went to first take.
Oh, he did it all that. And the
and
words
said, "Hold up, motherfucker."
And I've been
the
waiting,
words of
baby.
Pusha T, that narrative is dead.
He said, first of all, I didn't even shake Dolan's hand. Motherfucker just walked by me, and that was that. Mm-hmm. He said, second of all, nobody sent me an email. Nobody told me shit. And he goes, third of all, I'm not going through the general entrance, which I agree with him. It's
Yeah.
fucking Spike Lee.
Once again.
It's fucking Spike Lee. He made Malcolm X. Literally made
Literally.
it. And the book.
You ever heard of Do the Right Thing?
You ever heard of
Motherfucker should
Bamboozle?
have did the right thing and let Spike in that damn door.
You ever seen Bamboozle?
Shit.
He was bamboozled when all that shit happened. He be bamboozled every time he watches his Knicks.
Mo Better Blues.
You say me bamboozled every time I watch the
You ever saw Inside Man?
He got gang. Have you?
Nah, because they ain't been able to find one of those yet.
What other movie has he done? The whole shit. Black Klansman?
Clockers? Crooklyn?
I was about to say that. 13th Hour?
Gotta have it?
Chirac? Oh, no, not Chirac. Old Boy? Ugh.
But yeah, so that was the...
Yeah.
I have a conspiracy now that the person behind all this to get Dolan out is none other than Stephen A. Smith. The reason I'm thinking all this is because this is the second time in less than a month that somebody has gone on the first take and has forced the Knicks PR to release statements against that person speaking and make James Dolan look
Like an idiot.
bigger of an asshole than he already is.
Right.
Starts with Steve Stout.
Yeah.
And now it's fucking Spike Lee.
Yeah. And the beauty of this, the funniest part of all this is this all occurred on Leon Rose's first day as team president. Remember, this is when I explained this. This is Leon Rose who
shit.
he didn't do a press conference because he wants to be completely behind the scenes and doesn't want to deal with anything. And this, of course, in Knicks fashion, happens on the very first fucking day of his job.
Now he has to, and then they said the next game there was like the lowest attended Knicks game in history.
They got so bad. Charles Oakley came back out and was like, "Yeah, I told you, motherfucker. Y'all saw him walk me out. Shit, fuck this motherfucker."
That's sad. That is sad.
But then they also released the Knicks All-Decade team. So this is what what Spike Lee has been paid for the last decade.
Oh God, who? Carmelo Anthony?
Fortunately, Carmelo Anthony is the undisputed number one on the first team of last
He
All-Decade
was the
team.
only thing they had.
It goes downhill from there, and it's not at any fault for these guys because some of these guys deserve to be it. It's just the simple fact that they couldn't get anybody on the Knicks. Their starting point guard for the All-Decade team, Raymond Felton.
Who?
Raymond Felton.
Who?
Raymond Felton,
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Yep. Their starting shooting guard,
Wow.
J.R. Smith. I understand that.
Swish.
Their power forward, Kristaps Porzingis.
Okay.
I can understand that.
Not bad.
Their center, Tyson Chandler.
All right, man. Look, Tyson Chandler is good, bro. I'm not gonna throw.
I'm not gonna throw dirt on him either.
Nah.
But I'm just letting you know. We're talking about the all-decade team.
He should not be no all-decade.
They also
center.
made honorable mentions.
Really?
What?
So for the 2 weeks known as Linsanity,
Oh my.
They put Jeremy
Lin is on the list.
That 2 weeks.
Why Amari Stoudemire is not on the first team, considering what he did
Yeah.
and just going to New York, period.
Oh my god.
Amari Stoudemire is an honorable mention.
Well, he was injured a lot, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's what stopped him.
But I mean, it was still like, at the time it was a big sign.
Yeah, it was.
Like that.
Oh, Busby, you're gonna have fun with these last 3.
All
Let's see if Busby knows any of these.
All right, let's find out.
The next player on the honorable mentions, Pablo Prigioni.
Escobar?
Pablo Prigioni.
Don't know that.
He was the point guard after Jeremy Lin.
Oh shit.
And he backed up Raymond Felton for majority of the time.
Was he even good?
No.
So why is he honorable mention?
Their shooting guard, another shooting guard, Steve Novak.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. All right,
And
all right.
their
I know
final
that
player, which was their small forward, Lance Thomas.
Dude, I don't even remember that name. What
I remember
the
that
fuck?
name. I remember that.
Are you kidding me?
I remember that name.
No, you probably remember fucking
The name.
What's it called?
I don't remember the face.
What's his fucking name? Kurt Thomas.
Yeah.
That's who you
You're probably thinking of
remember.
Kurt Thomas from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I just know
This
the
is
word
Lance
No,
Thomas.
that's what I'm saying. Like the Thomas name in the Knicks jersey is very familiar.
Why did they
Lance
feel
Thomas?
the need? Why did
Nah.
they feel the need to release that? Did they feel like that's gonna make Knicks
This
fans?
isn't officially the Knicks. This is SNY, which I guess is the network that covers the
Oh,
Knicks
that's
games.
Kaz's shit. Oh shit, they probably did this out of fucking just for a laugh.
Out of spite.
Yeah, but either way, that's been the Knicks the last 10 years, and every time a Knicks fan tries to laugh at us Lakers, I'm like, why are you laughing?
Why?
We won a title last decade.
I don't know who's sadder.
We had multiple All-Stars
I
last
don't know who
decade.
is sadder,
Seriously.
the Cowboys or the Knicks fans. Cowboy fans or Knicks fans?
There's a Knicks fan that said, I'd rather be a Cowboys fan right now. It's no contest. It's the Knicks that are the most horrendous.
Yeah, that's true. 'cause I remember,
When have you heard of Jerry Jones walking out somebody that could be seen as Mr. Dallas Cowboy?
That's true. Because I just remember fucking Joe Budden when he's talking to Big Sean. He asked him, "Oh, who's your team?" I'm embarrassed to say.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm embarrassed to say."
And Big Sean's looking like, oh, okay.
Oh, Knicks? Oh, damn. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh god.
Anything else?
I can never grow tired of Knicks slander.
When they get good
nice.
in 2050, or maybe the year 3000, that'd be a good day.
Yeah, when Zion goes there to retire in his
And it's fucking
16th year.
Yeah.
His 16th year.
And
Yeah.
get him a ring.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Well, not get him a ring, but
Get him there. And then
at
lose.
least sell tickets from those who
Yeah.
remember Zion from year 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nostalgia.
So, my Niners.
Tank for Zion.
We've talked.
Yeah.
So, my Niners. I don't know what you media motherfuckers are trying to do, but I know what you're doing, and I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't know what y'all hate about us. Because you hate us because we ain't us. We didn't win the fucking Super Bowl, so why are you trying to drive this fucking narrative? So Tom Brady, he's basically on his way out. When's free agency? Next week?
Yeah.
Yep.
So there is they're making it a strong rumor, even though like Rappaport even said flat out it's not real, but they're going to go with it, is that the Niners are thinking about and should get rid of Garoppolo. Get rid of Garoppolo, send him back to New England, and go after Tom Brady. And they're saying this could really happen. And I'm just sitting there like, huh? What the fuck? It's like Alex Smith and fucking and Kaepernick all over again. It's like when Harbaugh tried to get slick and tried to get Peyton Manning. Like, what?
I remember just reading this the first time and I was like...
It all came from Deion Sanders. He's the one that started this shit.
No. The actual reports.
Oh, the actual reports.
Yeah.
The ones that start getting printed.
Oh, yeah, that shit.
Actually reading the reports and the detail that Homeboy was given, and I'm like, why didn't they just trade Tom Brady then in the beginning.
Like, that's exactly what John Lynch said. He said he wanted Garoppolo. They kept saying no. He said, all right, let me get Tom Brady. And they're like, all right, here.
Like, yeah, it was like if all this is going to take place, why not just trade Tom Brady?
We're winning, nigga. They were winning.
No. It's my point to kind of add some context to this story, because it's like, on one hand, I'm always a firm believer on if there's smoke, prepare for the fire.
Yeah.
Right.
And it seems like there's a lot of smoke coming around, but on the flip side, it's like, none of this shit's adding up right now.
Because Rappaport said in a news report, he was like, yeah, I've been around some Niner circles, and this is little to no fucking facts about this. I don't know where this is coming from.
Yeah, so
even Adam Schefter hasn't said nothing. So it's like...
Yeah, so it's like when Chef and Rappaport don't say nothing, and the majority of these people who are
just
coming from... They're either analysts or it's sports radio.
Deion Sanders said we should do this shit, and I wanted to tell him to...
But see, Deion, I understand Deion saying that.
I'm going to just tell you like this,
and
bro.
Stephen A. Smith.
I don't give a single fuck. I just want the trophy.
Same here.
I don't care what happens.
You don't by any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
Also, you don't that shit with the voting shit.
I don't give two fucks, bro. Like,
so if we get rid of Garoppolo, oh well.
Oh well.
Wow.
Is that going to change the fact that I'm a Niner fan? No.
Shit.
Are you gonna? Would I not root for the Niners?
I'm still gonna root.
No. I still will. You know what I mean? Like,
but this nigga was one throw away from winning the Super Bowl.
But you gotta think of it from the other perspective. Other people are like, he was one fucking throw away from getting the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, it's two sides to the coin.
But here's my thing though. If we keep him, cool.
Yeah.
If we trade him or get Brady or whoever,
you better get us there.
No, just cool. I don't give a fuck.
No.
Now let's just go win.
To me, if with a capital IF it happens, you better get us that fucking ring, or else.
And I've been waiting, baby.
I said,
or else
he
goes home to Giselle. I mean, who gives a fuck, bro? Like I said,
like you can't even put pressure on Brady for that.
It's not even gonna change shit, bro. Like at all. Like I'm still gonna fucking root for my team.
I want to.
You know what I'm saying? And whatever happens, happens.
But see, this is why I didn't even trip off of Deion saying it. Deion's a big time personality, so he's coming from the mindset of, you want to get that big time trophy, you're gonna need somebody big time to get it done.
Yeah.
And
no, definitely that.
You know, like, even look, you can say what you want, but does Tom Brady miss that throw in the Super Bowl?
You missed something.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like
9 times out of 10, he will make that throw.
He will.
You know what I mean? So that's why I wasn't tripping off it, because it's like, you can make the argument.
I know.
I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think the two choices when it comes to Brady is he either stays or he goes to Tennessee.
Yeah,
I mean, you can say
I'm sticking on that.
I'm still looking at the other West Coast
Vegas,
or
well, shit, they talking about bringing in Mariota as a backup
for who?
The Raiders. They're talking about they want to bring Mariota in as a backup.
I see that.
So they like that's like their mindset is
yeah.
You don't bring Mariota to back up Tom Brady. Like you're trying to.
I can see him still going to the Chargers though. Like that still makes sense.
I can see that too, but I think
as much as it doesn't make sense, it still makes sense.
Yeah, no. The only reason why I say no is basketball, you could go to either conference because that 3 hours don't make a difference. In football, those 3 fucking hours make a difference.
Yeah.
You got one time to get that shit right.
And there's no in
between.
Yeah.
From a traveling perspective, I could give you guys that traveling perspective. It's a big fucking difference, those 3 hours. There were games motherfuckers didn't even know what fucking time it was. And it was like, fuck. We gonna have one of them fucking games.
I get you.
So that's what I'm saying. And just the comfortability. There's more comfort factor with Tennessee and New England still versus going to the Chargers.
According to what I remember the rumors I heard is that Belichick and Brady had a phone call and it didn't go too well. So there's just So we'll find out next week where Brady going. Is he gonna stay home for one more year?
I don't even think we're gonna find out next week.
Yeah,
I think Brady will take it out. I think
he's
gonna take it out for at least a week, and I would give it 10 days
maybe
before we find out. Because remember, there's still that just because free agency technically starts, there's still that waiting period before they could actually sign, isn't it? I forget how long. I think it's like a 5-day waiting period or some shit like that.
It's like the legal tampering.
Yeah, which is stupid. Just open the fucking floodgates and let's go. It's always one thing I hated. Fuck the damn legal tampering shit. Just open it up. Like, they have conversations. Let's go.
Might as well.
Man. Whatever the case. Get it right. Just do right, Lynch.
Tom Brady, the biggest free agent ever.
Who was the other? I'm trying to think of who else.
Well,
was
if he
free.
becomes a free agent, yeah.
I thought Peyton Manning.
Well, he said he's testing free
saying.
agency.
Like, if he legitimately tests free agency, then yeah, he is easily.
I would have to say.
Without question.
6-time Super Bowl champion.
I thought Peyton Manning was, but not Tom Brady.
Nah, well,
and it's something that you never thought would have happened too.
Before Brady, it was.
Yeah, it was Manning. But I would say now.
Now, if Brady comes, fuck yeah, dude. That's easily number one.
That's wild.
That's just crazy. That's nuts.
What's next?
Nicki Minaj, bring your ass and your husband to the stand.
And I've been waiting, baby.
Somebody did this.
What can I say? You can say the story. I'm tweeting some. It's like, what more can I say?
Shit.
So, Nicki Minaj did. Was it a school? Oh, it's not. Obviously, she didn't pop up at the school.
She has me blocked. So what does she go to school for?
I mean, it was just
in the brain.
No, she went to an elementary school. Well,
elementary school.
I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, true.
But she went to go speak to the kids. So obviously, it wasn't
Big Bird went to go speak to the kids, huh?
It wasn't a pop up in the sense of you just show up. Like I'm sure there was some stuff that goes there.
I'm sure
to
it's planned
get her
out
to the school,
shit.
right?
Yeah. Mm.
So she goes to the school, and her husband is following behind her, which it ain't that uncommon for a famous celebrity to bring their spouse with them. Mm. It's just when you remember, wait a minute, this motherfucker is a sex offender. He can't be on no fucking school. Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Time out.
Oh my God. Okay, it's happening.
That's what the SWAT team said.
Ladies
and gentlemen,
SWAT team.
we got him.
And then it brought up a whole bunch of shit to the point where next thing we know, her husband Kenneth Petty was actually in federal custody soon after. I don't know if it was directly resulted as that, but I will say the timing of it, you can't really point to the origins being somewhere else.
Yeah, seriously.
Like he was literally at the school, and then next thing you know, he's in federal custody. And TMZ dropped the report. At that time, it was Nicki's husband's past coming back to bite him in the ass. He's been arrested by U.S. Marshals on the indictment for failing to register as a sex offender. Kenneth Petty is in federal custody. This past Wednesday, we're told he turned himself into the Marshals. According to the court docs, he'll face a judge later. Petty moved to California in July of last year, but according to law enforcement, he got pulled over in Beverly Hills in November, and that's when his legal troubles started. We're told Beverly Hills PD made a traffic stop on November 15th and determined Petty was a registered sex offender in New York State, but had not registered in California as required.
Wow.
He was arrested and released on a $20,000 bond. The LA County DA charged him for failing to register as a sex offender. It appears he still didn't check in after that because now the feds are on the case. He was indicted in federal court for the same thing, failing to register. And then there was a report later that said Petty just appeared in court and pled not guilty. Prosecutors wanted Petty placed on house arrest, but his attorney objected, and instead Petty is being required to wear an ankle monitor. He will also have a curfew. Petty's lawyers say he's going to post the $100,000 bond. Petty will also be under Petrio supervision and has already surrendered his passport. His travel will be restricted to Southern California. He also can't use drugs, even marijuana from legal dispensaries in LA. He has another hearing for March 23rd.
Nicki knows how to pick him. Has anybody ever read the report on what Petty got accused of?
Yeah, I read that shit.
Well, to the people that haven't read it,
it's just...
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah. It's not it is R. Kelly status.
I mean, this is beyond R. Kelly's. Oh, now let me phrase that.
It's in the same boat.
Hey,
it's in the same boat. Anytime you bring up any sexual misconduct in my eyes. And
speaking of that motherfucker, there was a report that some chick came out that R. Kelly made her one girl, one cup. You do the math. You do the math. Anyway, what this motherfucker did is, I guess, when he was 16, 15, long story short, he forced a girl at 15 at knife point. He forced himself on a chick and raped her, pretty much.
At knife point.
Man, Nicki just keeps getting this shit. Like, it's I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, man. She has issues. She honestly has issues. And shit.
It's wild.
I mean, I could say a whole lot of shit, but I've said a whole lot about Nicki. It's like I'm Nicki'd out. Yikes is cool. That's pretty fitting for her fucking situation. Yikes. So.
He should have just said he wasn't able to register because he went down there and everybody had the coronavirus. So he left.
The fact, and
I mean, at that point, you just got to throw up a Hail Mary and just open sticks. Like,
I mean, seriously, not only is he a sex offender, he's also like a convicted like a murderer too, or some shit like that. Like, he is literally the quintessential bad boy. And I guess Nicki had a crush on him back in the day because he was a bad boy. Honestly, I feel like the only reason why she got with him is because he's a blood, and Cardi B is a blood, so she wanted to match that shit up, match the same energy.
I don't know.
I don't know. She's a fucking big bird.
That's what it is. That's ridiculous.
Hey, man, she's a bird that knows how to rap, man. I keep telling y'all this shit. She's Big Bird that knows how to rap. Not the Sesame Street.
I would say even that's marginal.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's I've always been, and especially over these past 2 years, where I've been on record of saying her accolades are her accolades and they cannot be taken away from her. Mm-hmm. However, these last 2 to 3 years have actually shined a light on her that shows that those accolades were a result of being the de facto number 1, 2, and 3 option in terms of women rapping. Mm-hmm. When there's competition around, it's a little different story. Literally, like it's kind of a different story when there's competition around.
Like, it's like, just go through all her L's. First, there was Where did it start? Where did it really start for Nicki for them L's? I want to say Sheether. Yeah. Sheether started. And then after that, she started, No Frauds happened. Oh, remember No Frauds.
I was only one man enough to come on the airwaves and say I hated that damn picture.
Yeah, that's how you saw the vision.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
The vision of Drake and Nicki. And that was one of the rare Drake songs that tanked. No Frauds. Mm-hmm. That tanked. And then after that, she went on a hiatus. Queen happened. That flopped. Well, it didn't really.
They ain't
flop.
been on a record together since, huh?
Notice
how his music ain't.
He kept his.
You could debate the quality of it, but notice his records ain't tanked since.
Seriously, Arby kept his distance from Nicki. Then Wayne's still on them, but you know, I'm trying to think who else happened. What else happened? So yeah, that happened.
Motorsport.
The motorsport controversy. Cardi B happened.
Yeah, everything Cardi B related. The fight, the spicy back and forth on
Cardi B success
social media.
It was Cardi. It was the Cardi B success.
The comments
happened.
On IG.
Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah.
And she was trying to get Cardi to go on record and diss her. That's what she was trying to do. And Cardi didn't bite the bullet. She's like, I ain't gonna give that to you. And now you just stuck on social media. Queen Radio. I mean, Queen didn't flop, but musically, yeah, it did. And now all her records are flopping. Like
the tour.
The tour flopped.
Oh, yep.
Everything flopped. Like, everything Nicki touches has flopped. 6ix9ine. Well, that didn't flop. But then he went to jail, so.
He flopped.
Yeah, but he's also bouncing back. This motherfucker getting out in August.
August 2nd, yeah.
Give me a hell.
Yeah, what other L has she taken? Just everything. And when Cardi B wins, she takes another L. She doesn't win none of the BET Awards no more. That used to be her award. Now everybody gets it. First it was Remy, then it was Cardi, and pretty soon it's going to be Megan. She going to get that shit.
I need them to come through and just deliver all the fuckery and give the next one a cash doll.
Fuck it.
God.
Just unleash all the fuckery.
No.
Unleash the fuckery.
No.
Hey, give a Kids' Choice Award to fucking City Girls. Fuck it.
You think Young M.A. would accept the Best Female Rap Artist award?
She's a female.
Yeah, why not?
Because she talks too much like a nigga?
Because I don't know, like, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. There's just some lesbians who just do not identify with the fact that
they're bitches. They're females. They're women.
Yeah, it's like, nah, I'm a nigga.
Well, yeah, women are niggas too.
She accepts it though. You know what
I
mean?
So like I don't know. I'm speaking not knowing.
Right.
I'm just asking. I'm posing a question.
I feel you.
What else?
Because if that's the case, then you skip cash dolls, just give it to Young M.A.
Oh, Nicki's reputation. That took a fucking L too. Everything she done on social media, the whole Wanna situation, trying to put blame on people, the Meek Mill shit. Everything about Nicki Minaj is a fucking L. I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just giving you the facts. She's not well liked at all. Like, I'm not just saying that. It's a fucking fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only people that like her
are her fans.
And that's it.
Another thing that someone said on Twitter, my boy Larry Legend said about Megan Thee Stallion and females is that only ratchet females like Megan Thee Stallion and real bad chicks like Nicki Minaj. And I was thinking about that, and I was at the bar, and when Hot Girl Summer comes on, I only see a certain type of females rapping along to Megan. And then when Nicki's part comes on, all the other females start rapping along to it. And I was like, it's a pretty good point, because I've seen it happen in real life.
I don't doubt it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't
makes a
doubt
lot
it.
of sense.
But yeah, that's what the petties are up to.
Man, that name is just so fucking fitting, though.
The Petties. Nicki Minaj.
The Petties.
Yeah.
Onika, what's her last name?
Onika Mirage.
Nicki Minaj, Mirage Petty. That's a mirage. Her whole career is a mirage. Hope she wakes up one day.
It's only a matter of time before Apple gets into full-fledged...
She's gonna be on Love and Hip Hop.
Well, I guess they are with Apple TV Plus. It's only a matter of time before they give the petties a
reality show
on Apple TV Plus.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna be on Love and Hip
Petty
Hop.
with the petties.
Yeah.
Getting petty. I think VH1. It's gonna be a bidding war. VH1 or fucking VH1 or Apple TV.
And then of course that narrative is going to switch over from, years ago she was dissing people that had to be a reality star, and then it would switch over to, well, but look, she's a boss now. She got the first one with Apple, and it's like, yeah, but it's a reality star.
She's gonna be on Love and Hip Hop, man.
We'll see, man.
Hey, I made that prediction.
That'd be interesting.
Oh, it's gonna be the highest rated show ever. Ever!
We're going to see.
For freedom!
And I've been waiting, baby.
Speaking of Meg, got to return back to
that damn contract issues.
to the saga.
I know some of these words.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know that word.
All right, I can read. So you gonna break down this contract for the people, or you gonna summarize it?
I'm summarizing it. Basically, Meg The Stallion was signed in a 360 deal. That'd be
There you go.
Yeah.
And with that said,
shout out to DJ Booth for breaking down some of those the details of that 360, which I think that's what you want to get to, Martin?
yeah, nah, just with that said, it being a 360 deal, she said, I believe last year, that she was too smart to sign a 360 deal. So,
Yeah.
I mean, come
Sometimes
on.
the jokes write themselves.
They just write
Matter of
themselves,
fact.
man.
Oh, that's the actual tweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let me read it.
Yeah.
It says, let me read. I'm a very intelligent person. You will never have to worry about me putting myself in a situation I don't want to be. Hope you don't have a 360 deal.
So, for those who don't understand, the 360 deal, or what I like to refer to as the 50 Cent rule, is the rule that when you sign to a label, they get their hands in everything that you sign up for. The reason why I call it the 50 Cent rule is because this was put in place because Interscope could not touch his vitamin water money.
Yep.
He invested and he got that deal by himself. And when that shit sold for what was it, $4 billion?
About that, if I'm
It
not
was
mistaken.
it was a B.
Yeah, it was up there.
It was a B, and I know.
definitely up
Remember, he got what, $100 million?
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, Interscope could not get a cent from that because it had nothing to do with them. And as a result, the industry looked at that and said, "The fuck we ain't," and started switching up the contracts from there. So basically, she doesn't own her masters. She gets points off of her royalties. There's restrictions on how much she makes per show.
Yeah.
And then what I found the most interesting is what the label considers an actual album.
Yeah.
So it is a project that consists of no less than 45 minutes worth of material.
Yeah.
And if you go through and look at the duration of all of her projects, I think the highest one is what, 42 minutes
40
or something
minutes,
like that?
somewhere around 40 minutes.
Yeah. Everything else is in the range of 34, and her new EP Sugar is like 24.
It's like 24 minutes.
So contractually, she still hasn't even released an album for them, and I
Fever
think
was
she's,
like 40 minutes.
yeah, and I think she
Yeah.
she's signed to multiple albums to this contract, isn't she?
I probably most
It was
likely.
a 5-album deal.
So
Yeah,
she
so she's
4 to 5.
so she's 3 projects in, and she hasn't even
dropped her official
dropped
album.
an official album for them yet.
That's crazy.
That's a damn shame.
That's nuts.
Crazy.
That's a damn shame. So you tell me if you would have extended your tracks just a little bit longer on Fever, that would have been technically your first album.
And then
Barely, too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a couple seconds per.
Yeah.
right, and then I don't know if we touched on this last week with Carl Crawford being a former pro athlete.
Yeah. I think we did. I did.
So
Ish.
yeah, so him being a former Major League Baseball player, I was a little confused because the name just didn't ring a bell. I don't follow baseball,
Oh, okay, yeah.
all that.
He was an all-star.
He was good.
But I was
really
I was a little confused. So I'm like, damn, actually kind of seems very comfortable in public, like talking to media. And then you come find out his background. Oh, well, that's the reason why. He's the one that the reporters go up to after the game.
Yep.
So he's used to it. It was just the timing of his choice to talk to Billboard.
Yeah,
I felt was
literally
like,
the day after. All
I was like,
happens.
that's the wrong time, because if these is Jay's lawyers,
they're gonna
like at this point he just throw in the B team because you've laid out everything for them. Like it's like, oh, okay, well, cool. He's saying it in public. All right, cool. Let's half days now. Let's just put it all together.
Yeah,
And then with Jay Prince coming out and going to social media and basically having words that could be taken as threats by certain people after Meg just got restraining orders from the label that they can't go after her on social media and do that. It was just like the timing of this is just off. And then Meg's choice of words, like, I'm self-made, and it's like, well, kudos, you do have a God-given talent, so I'm not taking that away from you.
Right.
But if you were self-made, you would have never signed the contract. Because you're self-made.
The 3 contracts, really.
Yeah, because you're self-made.
Yeah.
So there wouldn't have had, clearly 1501 Certified did something and provided a service for her to help get her to where she is. I'm not trying to say that they did everything, but clearly they did something for her to feel comfortable in signing that deal.
Right.
Because you just don't, unless you're in the most trying of situations and your back's up against the wall and you just got to sign just to sign, you're really not signing out of discomfort.
Yeah.
Signing when shit's cool. Like, all right, let's go.
I feel something else is going on over there, man. I was telling Martinez. I feel, hypothetically, this is just coming from me. I feel Meg and Carl were fucking. They had some type of relationship. Because the way this is all going down, it feels like it's like extremely personal.
It's always up in the air.
You know?
It can also be...
That's always an option. You know what I mean? Nothing's out of line at this point.
Yeah.
I could throw out something more sinister that would have her responding.
He thought of something sinister, too.
That could have her responding this way. It wasn't her that he was fucking, but could have had something with her mom.
Maybe.
And maybe it was behind her back and she found out.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? God rest her mom's soul. I don't want to speak ill
This is just
of her mom. Like, I'm not, in no way I'm casting that out there. But I'm just putting a scenario where if sexual relationships were involved, that could be a possibility.
We might as well say it, Martin.
I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Hey, we all said it. Fucking mama. Oh, whatever. So we might as well. I guess this is a nice little segue. Her album dropped.
EP.
EP. It's an EP, yeah.
It's an EP. You can't even do.
I can't even say what I want to
No, it's an
say.
album. Nope, contractually.
It's an EP.
Yeah.
And she called it an EP. And I thought with the Grammys, an EP is something with, 22 minutes, whatever the fuck. Suga. I liked it.
It was alright.
It was better than Fever to me. Like from track 1 all the way down to track probably 6 or track 6. I really enjoyed it. And I like Savage. I like Captain Hook. Hit My Phone with Kalani was dope. I actually like Bitch. When in the context of the EP, it actually flowed into it. Well, I know.
Context of the EP.
The context of the EP. You funny. Well, I'm funny. But other than that, from it was 24 minutes, 9 songs, went straight to the point. I enjoyed it for what it was. I liked it.
I thought it was just mid. But the fact that it was just her EP, it's not like, oh, this is mid. Like, it's...
See, that's the part that gets me, though, man. It's like, to me, it was mid also. But it's like...
It ain't her album, so it's like...
I can't give it no out, bro. Like, everything that I've heard from this woman...
Yeah, it's been mid.
Yeah, after Tina Snow. Because Tina Snow, I actually
Tina Snow, I fuck
that
with
shit
Tina
was
Snow.
fire.
Yeah.
But the other shit... Mid.
But even with it being mid, like
Versus mid.
Yeah.
Like I thought Hit My Phone was very mid.
The Kalani record?
Yeah.
I like that shit.
I thought it was really underwhelming. Stop Playing, I thought it was just like a reference, and then they just ran with it.
Yeah. Seriously though.
And then Crying in the Car, I was like,
yeah, those 2 songs.
oh, they added I thought it was like a gospel sample. I thought they were about to start twerking after. I was like, okay, it's not that. All right, for sure. Cool.
It's like those two songs were the ones that kind of turned it off for me.
But I will say that she could run with any one or two of the opening 3 tracks, and she's gonna have fun this spring break. In my eyes, Captain Hook is going to be the song.
Oh yeah.
If the coronavirus don't stop these youngins from going out and partying,
right?
Captain Hook's gonna be the one for the girls during spring break.
Oh yeah,
easy.
Yeah,
the
beat was crazy.
The beat's crazy. The hook is on point.
Yeah.
There's enough quotables that I could see becoming IG captions. You know what I'm saying?
Too.
Like, and that's the thing. What you gotta always remember I always factor that in when it comes to a woman musical artist. They, I feel, have more pressure to create anthems that obviously not only resonate with women, but they have to translate everywhere. So you have to make a hit anthem that not only you get the women to just chant out and go crazy for, but you also got to make it hit just enough to where the guys don't mind hearing it either.
Yeah, those were those 2 tracks.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like she has that added pressure, and to me, she's regardless of all the projects since Tina Snow, she has provided 1 or 2 tracks each project that she gets the job done.
Yeah,
in that aspect. That's why I don't hold this against her because it's mid, but now that I know this ain't an album, and she can't even call it an album if she wanted to.
She really shouldn't even drop any more of these fucking projects. She shouldn't.
At this point,
just wait till you have enough tracks. Boom,
run with an album.
Like honestly, it's like I'm looking at this. I was like, why are you even dropping these? I know you want to get your name out there and shit, but like, damn, Cardi did do that, but then she stopped. And she was just doing features after features, and then started just working on the album and made sure. Man, shit, I don't know. That was just a great.
Cardi didn't really have too many features before the album.
No, she had a star-studded feature of No Limit. That's what I mean, like a big time feature and shit like that. And after that, she just kicked back and started working on her album. And then
that was before the album.
Yes.
Oh man, I don't.
And then
that.
No Limit came out right before literally months.
You know why? You know why the lines are blurred for me is because of the fucking what you call it, Bodak Yellow.
Yeah, and that's why Bodak Yellow was the one that pushed it.
Yeah.
When she dropped Bodak Yellow, the rest is history. Anyway, that was Megan. Anyway, another album.
Jadakiss.
Now, y'all can say it.
Jadakiss dropped Ignatius.
Ignatius.
And I was happy with it. Like, I'm not the biggest Jadakiss solo fan. I fuck with Jada as a part of the Locks as a whole. Fuck with Jada tough on the features. His solo albums, while I respect him, they're either hit or miss for me. So it's kind of like, all right. But Ignatius, with it being the album dedicated to former Rough Riders A&R, Ice Pick J. In knowing and learning about that theme, going into it, the music started hitting different because now it's like, okay, now I understand the concept and I know what he's talking about.
Right.
So, because at first just looking off the track list before I looked at the track list and then for some reason I went away. And then just by fluke, I ended up looking at the details of the album.
Yeah.
And I was thankful for that because I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now I know what's going on. So it provided different listening. But to open up a Pearly Gates, it's clear at that point.
Yeah.
And then to follow up with Hunting Season, so it's like, okay, he's going to pay homage, but he's still going to give him the album that his boy wanted him to deliver.
Which was Pusher sending another subliminal to you know who.
Yeah. I really liked Me. It was the 5th track on here. Need Your Best with Ty Dolla $ign was great. Kisses to the Sky with Rick Ross and Imani.
That was cool.
I felt Ross could have been on I forgot which record. I think Catch and Release. Catch and Release was really fucking good. Some of these he didn't even have the singer featured.
Yeah, he didn't.
So those songs were amazing. Like I want to know if Justice League produced those.
Probably.
Because those tracks were just. I always like hearing grown ass rappers on grown ass sounding music.
Yeah, that's always good.
And raspy ass Jadakiss sounds amazing on grown ass sounding production. Like it just sounds incredible. Dej Loaf is very underrated as a featured artist.
Yes,
she provided a nice hook and bridge for Government Cheese. John Legend can't go wrong with having him featured on. I Know and Closure. I Know hit hard because he starts naming off people and Kobe's name gets brought up.
Instant tears.
So I won't say instant tears, but it's just, it's just another reminder.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, and then Closure. So I mean, this one is as straight to the point as it could get, and in terms of executing and delivering an album that you don't want to make a memorial album for your people, but at the same time pay homage and let it be known like this album is for my people.
Right.
I thought he did a great fucking job in doing that.
Well,
That's what's up.
for me. Either or, I felt this whole project was mid. Just mid. Like, it would get to the point where I wanted to like it. I liked Hunting Season. Pearly Gates was cool. Me was decent. The Rick Ross joint, Kisses to the Sky, was cool. But everything else, I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't for me, but it was super mid. And it's because I just know I'm never going to go back to listening to this. It's not Jadakiss's fault at all. It was just mid.
Yeah, I ran this back already, so I have a feeling this is gonna be my regular rotation.
So you liked it? You thought it was mid?
I didn't
I didn't listen. It's a tie.
Now, the surprise drop, because motherfuckers like doing surprise, like they love doing the Beyonce drops now. Lil Uzi Vert dropped.
I'm not gonna say it was a surprise though.
But we didn't know, it came out of nowhere. No one thought it was gonna drop that day. They did.
Yeah, he literally just released the track list.
He didn't even release the track list. He just dropped it.
No, he dropped the track
some
list.
shit. I remember.
Oh, okay.
He dropped the track list. Everybody was going nuts for it, and the next thing you know, you wake up the next day, it was like, oh wait, it's out.
I mean, it's called Eternal.
I only heard like snippets of this
From the last, because you remember when we listened to the first one, the first album or whatever. Like, what was it called? His first album, it was called Love is Rage 2. Yeah, me and JC both said it's just not for us. It's just not for us. It's it's for the kids. And this album, it has some tracks. Homecoming was cool. Pop was cool. Urgency with Sid was alright. But honestly, it's just not for me. It's for
I figured.
You might find some tracks on here. Some tracks are cool, but Lil Uzi is for the kids.
I at least wanted to visit it because I actually saw the trailer for it, and I thought the trailer was actually very fucking dope. Like,
Pause. Title. So y'all can do fucking moving cover arts now, huh? Shit that Spotify already been doing, but you can't give us fucking custom made playlist, huh? Huh?
And just hitting us with, we'll take that in consideration.
And then deleted the tweet. Yeah, I saw that.
Son of a...
Elliot.
Hove.
Title.
Hove.
But yeah.
Blue Ivy, get your daddy, please.
Give me what I want!
I want custom playlist covers. That's all I want to do.
Blue, get your dad, please.
Get your daddy. Shit. Anyway.
But I saw the trailer for this album's release. And I at least was intrigued by it because I remember Astroworld's trailer. I'm not saying this is in the same realm.
It was kind of similar.
I'm just saying that the trailer was enough for me to take into account what I said about Love is Rage 2, but still be like, okay, well maybe there's some growth. But in the snippets I heard, it was like,
same old shit.
He's still there. I did hear there was some tracks he was like rapping.
Yeah, he was kind of.
So I heard there was that. So that made me happy. But just overall, the sound wise, it's just didn't sound like I was gonna.
And me being the one who like listens to a lot of the young cats a little bit more than you guys, whatever. I didn't like it.
Well, obviously,
like at all. Like this shit was. No, I'm not gonna say it was trash because like it's not for me. I could already tell like whatever. But there were a few songs where I could see like that. It could appease like an audience. You know what I'm saying? Like a wider audience. I'll say like Chrome Heart Tags, Bust Me, and Prices. Like those in particular really stood out. Urgency was nice, like you said. But yeah, man,
it's not for us.
It's not for us, man. And there's supposedly another 2 tracks that are coming out pretty soon too.
Well, he's releasing a deluxe that actually has all the features.
The Uzi Deluxe.
Yeah,
because he was tagging.
I know. I
was
saw
tagging
it.
as like Future. He's like, "Are you ready to drop?" Like,
yeah, he was tagging Uzi, Lil Baby, A Boogie.
Yeah,
Uzi was tagging himself.
Oh, my fault. Future is what I meant to say. It threw me off. My bad.
Future.
Yeah, Future, fucking Lil Baby, A Boogie, and somebody else. I forgot who else.
So I wouldn't be surprised if the deluxe drops this week.
Yeah,
Probably
more
will.
than likely.
Yeah.
But he's hey man, the first week though, he's projected to sell over like 300 something K for his
Yeah,
week.
can salute him. Like I'm out. Just
definitely
because
that.
music's not for me, don't mean I'm
Yeah,
rooting
that's
against
great.
it.
Great
Yeah,
black man. Like, and that's
He
crazy.
finally took down the box.
He did. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He did. That shows you that
Which
he.
song though? I wonder.
I don't know because reports were saying all 20 of the tracks were.
Taking over
They
the
were
charts.
in there.
Yeah.
But
That just shows you the.
I just wonder where.
that
I mean, his
shows-
fan base is there.
Yeah, his
Oh,
fan
yeah.
base. He has a huge fan base. That's a
Yeah.
core fan base. So in the first 3 months of 2020, hip hop has taken over the charts. Like first it was your boy Roddy Ricch, then it was M, then it was Lil Baby, now it's Lil Uzi. Shit,
Hip-hop.
Eminem's still running shit.
4 artists in 4 months.
4 artists. Eminem's the only veteran in that shit. Everyone else is young.
Also P2. That's actually XO Tour Life Part 2.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
it's like
I might just spin that.
it's like a little remix.
Just-
Yeah,
it's literally
just give
a
it a
remix.
shot. But honestly, I don't think you'll like
Gotcha.
feel the same way as the other one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah. So what was that?
Speaking
shit?
of young guys, Gunna's Skybox.
That drum?
I didn't listen to, yeah, nah. I'm waiting on Gunna. I want to hear the project.
That Skybox shit, I played it off Fluke. Whoa, I was happy it came on by Fluke. That's a motherfucking joint right there. That's nice.
That's what's up.
That's nice.
That's
I would not be surprised if that was if that goes up with the popularity of the box, especially going into March Madness season. Like it's got potential.
All right.
So what were you saying about people were comparing Lil Uzi shit, like Thriller related?
We're not doing music yet.
That is music.
Yeah, but we got another album.
What's the other album? Oh yeah, Sleepy Music.
I actually got 2 albums because before that, Martine and I listened to DJ Fresh and Currency with the Tonight Show.
And my God,
Round of applause.
bruh.
That's a great Tonight Show episode.
For those who don't know, DJ Fresh from the Bay Area.
DJ Fresh.
Man, let me just tell you what I thought about the beats in general real quick on DJ Fresh's side and whatever. These were some old school Bay Area pimping ass beats.
I believe it.
Smooth as fuck, but got those hard hitting drums. It's like, bruh, I was right at home with that shit.
And for those who don't know about DJ Fresh, he does all his production live. So he doesn't do any of the production on the computers or in any of the DAWs. Like he literally does his production hands on. So he's one of the last
real producers out in this bitch.
Yeah, so I don't feel the type of way about artists. Obviously, with this day and age, why not use a route that can make life easier for you?
Yeah.
I just have a certain regard for those who are like, I'm gonna still use what got me here.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm gonna keep it OG.
Yeah, there's a bunch of videos of DJ Fresh just literally
Like Mad Lib.
making beats and just going from one instrument to the other, just adding effects, and it's fucking great.
Yeah.
But yeah, 10 tracks. Features on here is Guap Dad 4000, Larry June. Dom has gotten me to the point where I'm giving Larry June some more spins.
I gotta start listening to Larry June.
He
Listen,
blasts
man.
Larry June like it's a fucking religion, and his voice was too monotone for me after a while. But I guess in listening to the last project that he was playing, I was like, some growth, all right,
Yeah, no.
little variation.
I was gonna say that, man. The last project that Larry June put out. Let me just say about the previous ones.
Yeah.
I didn't like them because the fucking ad libs were just loud. They were fucking like dry as fuck.
Yeah.
They were fucking obnoxious as shit throughout the entire fucking verse.
Right.
This one, whoever fucking got a hold of his shit said, no, let's turn these bitches down, add some reverb. There you go. Cut out.
So they're just
cut out
properly mixed.
It's fucking mixed perfectly now,
Got
bro.
it.
Yeah,
Was
like
Larry
this,
June- is
That's
Larry-
what
his
it
new
was.
album is fucking
That's what it was.
nice,
Now that you mentioned
bro.
it, that's what it
Yeah.
was that bothered me.
So is Larry June, like, is he HBK affiliated? Like, was he part of HBK-ish? Or, because I remember seeing that name, like, years ago.
Nah, he's been around for a while, but he's not affiliated. From my
Larry
understanding,
June's from San Francisco.
yeah, from my
okay.
understanding,
Yeah.
he's not affiliated with anyone.
Okay.
Larry
he's on-
June's his own
he's
man,
on his
but
own
he's
shit.
Makes sense.
he got a player card and is respected everywhere out here in the Bay.
Yeah,
So he get down everywhere.
yep.
T.Y., who of course is BG's son, and basically, there's no disrespect to BG, but when BG was in jail, Currency basically took T.Y. in like he was a surrogate son.
Yeah.
So he's looked out for T.Y. all these years, and even signed T.Y. to Jet Life. And then he's got Problem and Chevy Woods on Funny Money. Funny Money's great.
Yeah.
I was low key mad. That was the song that closed it. I was like, why wasn't this shit earlier? This shit not.
For real.
Yeah, overall it's 10 tracks, but like Martine was saying, this is player shit sound at its finest.
Nice.
And Currency's not done yet. Like he's dropping another joint with Fendi P next week. Smoking Partners.
Nice.
Like Currency is literally the Iron Man of hip hop.
And he put out a 3-track EP.
Yeah. He's legit he's the Iron Man of hip hop.
Yeah.
He keeps
Like he flows, he's middle of the radar, which again when we were naming our 50 artists of the decade, I don't even think that's disrespect. I think he prefers it that way. Just name me enough to where I'm in the mix.
Like, oh, I'm up near the top.
Yeah,
Right, for sure.
but just let me be.
Let me be.
Because he puts out projects. You would think somebody that puts out projects at that rate
Would be kind of
them shits is just gonna come and go.
Yeah.
Nah, not
Even when you're not feeling the entire project, you could say, yeah, but I still felt half of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I still smoke to it.
Yup.
I still had a mood to it. I groove to it.
And that's the thing about Currency. Like my personal opinion, he makes music to smoke to, man.
Yeah.
Like
Literally,
seriously.
like,
I remember,
obviously that's his shit. If you know anything about Currency,
Yeah.
but like for real, that music I could just put it on and like, oh, I'm good.
I remember him breaking down his style of rap. He says, I rap, my style is real time. And so what he was saying was, I literally rap like what's in front of me. That's what I'm rapping about. We record it, and after that, it's fucking done. And I remember being intrigued by that because it was like, it sounds so simple, but how many people could actually rap real time?
Yeah, seriously.
Like if you listen to, if you're one for lyrics and you listen to a bunch of people's lyrics, like you're pulling metaphors from every which direction, you know, past, present, and future.
Yep.
Like Currency literally sticks within the moment of what's going on in front of him. Like that's incredible. That's dope.
Yeah, it's
I like
crazy.
that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Jhené Aiko.
Give me what I want!
Chilombo.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Oh my God!
So she has like the whole
Yeah.
It's Jhené, Aiko, Chilombo.
Yeah.
Chilombo. Anyway,
Interesting.
yeah, Chilombo, 20 tracks. You know how I feel about those 20 tracks? Yeah. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be a journey. But Chilombo, this was pretty good.
It was really greatly sequenced.
Yeah, all the tracks were really great. It literally told a story. We was just talking about sequencing like the other week.
Yeah.
This was really good. It was almost, everything was almost like sequenced the way she released it.
Because when Triggered Freestyle initially came out, I liked it, but it was like, all right, what else you got?
And then none of you.
And then Lotus and Triggered Freestyle, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hold the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. But yeah, everything. I love BS featuring her.
Oh, yeah.
Pussy Fairy, of course. Happiness, or just we're gonna call her hoe.
Yeah.
Happiness
just call
over
her hoe.
everything. 'Cause we all hoes in life.
I like how
Everybody hoes.
I like how she always keeps people from her the artists that she worked with from her past. She keeps them around. So to see Ho, which is two artists that are well known, which is Future and Miguel.
Yeah.
And then the next track is One Way Street, which is Absol.
Soul.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it and I respect that.
And Trying to Smoke, that's one of my favorite records.
Yeah.
10K Hours featuring Nasir, that was vintage Nas. That was a vintage Nas verse. Lightning and Thunder was alright with John.
I
Legend.
love Lightning and Thunder. I thought Lightning and Thunder should have been a hell of a lot earlier than what it was.
And then Party for Me with Tyler Doll's like, and we were talking about that.
Should have been right in the middle. Dude.
Yeah.
Like we were saying,
what
like
the
we
fuck?
agreed, like it's a great record. It should not. I can understand why it was the last track.
Yeah.
Story wise,
Right.
like the whole theme, but
Right.
it
It's
could
a
have been.
celebration of life.
Yeah,
the
celebration
track.
of life because you're pretty much She's going through a breakup. She's triggered. She's with him, but then she's realizing I love me, and it's about life.
Yeah.
you know how she is with that hippie shit. But all around, like I felt this album could have ended after Love, like track 13, maybe after track 14. But everything else, I felt it went on too long. But honestly, I feel this was her best album. Like honestly, I feel it was better than the Sellout EP. It was better than Sold Out. And Trip. It's better than all the work she released. This is low key her best album.
Yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
To have that many tracks and it all fit a storyline, like that's tough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
She
saying?
took her time to release this.
like
I can
that-
tell she took her time.
There
with
weren't
this.
very many skits too. Like
Right.
that's the crazy
Or interludes.
part. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's very tough to do to hold a story for that long on an album. And I agree. For me, it probably went on about 4 or 5 tracks too long.
Yeah.
But even then, it was just the fact that it still stuck. I guess for me, I didn't necessarily mind it 100% because it was like, well, it still fits.
Yeah.
Like nothing's out of order. I just wish songs were earlier and whatnot. But overall, it still sounded good.
Oh, great.
That fucking Lightning and Thunder track though, just the literary devices she used, just how she's explaining love, and she uses love. It's just a spell. And usually, when you use the word spell, it's because you're at odds with somebody. Like, why am I under your spell?
Yeah,
you know, that type deal. But it's this beautiful music, and then John Legend just comes in and it's
does what John Legend does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I felt like, oh wait, that I would have preferred that a lot earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, like the shit.
She did her thing, man.
Yeah,
I like it.
Man.
She low-key surprised me. I like this.
Yeah, and I'm happy with it because this was, like I said a few weeks ago, this was an album that when she announced it, I was like, all right, I'm ready for it. Like, well, let's go. So I was glad it actually went and it hit expectations, and in some regards, it went past expectations.
It was funny. Females were quoting that BS track when she was saying, "What I saw your new chick, and it hired my self-esteem or some shit like that."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Well, that's the point."
I saw a lot of them. I saw a lot of other ones.
I hope it did. I don't want you.
I saw a lot of other ones quoting her when she was like, "I saw your roommate give me that nigga's number."
Yeah,
some shit like I was like,
okay, females love
this album got it. See, for me, I don't like to necessarily divide and be like, oh, this is strictly an album for women. Because it's not. It's not. This is a good album. It's perfect timing, though, because the mood is she drops around the same time it's spring cleaning. This is an album about cleansing and rejuvenating, and starting anew.
Yeah.
So the timing of it is perfect. And like I said, going into spring, not only your spring cleaning, but sometimes your spring cleaning ain't got nothing to do physically. You got to do it emotionally, and usually that takes place in going and
it's really easy
and doing your thing in spring break.
It's really easy on the ears. Like it's a really smooth ass album.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Even to smoke to, chill with a chick to, all that.
Yeah, I was smoking to the first half.
And then you passed out the second half.
I really like the first half.
It is sleepy music. I can tell you that.
The crazy, no, that's exactly what happened. Like I went inside the house and I was like, all right, I'm gonna listen to the rest of it, whatever. I probably got to Surrender, I'll be honest with you. From One Way Street to Surrender, I was like, okay.
Trying to smoke.
Well,
no, not even smoking, just like
I forgot
chilling.
I forgot what the track was where she started. She goes, I'm sleepy. And at that same time, I was like, all right, maybe could have been an upbeat track here because I'm sleepy too. But you know what? I fuck with it, so all right, let's keep going.
Yeah, but overall, my opinion, like this shit was good for an R&B album. You know, I don't know how I feel about R&B, but like just overall, it was a pretty good album.
Also, a round of applause for Mia J, just because. Just because. Mia J, her sister, her fine ass sister, just because.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she could have the looks department, but she ain't coming close to Jhené when it comes to this music.
I'm not talking about that. Did I say anything about the music? I just said round of applause for Mia J. That's all. Smoke, drink,
man. But anyways, Jhené though, like I never really tripped on her like that. I'll be honest with you. Like, but then this album, like, all right, I see. You know, I see you got it.
You know what's crazy? I thought her and Aubrey were like gonna be that. What Big Sean and her are like musically. I thought they were gonna be like that because I was listening to Nothing Was the Same the other day, and I was listening to that. What's that song called? Her Time, My Time.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know, not My Time. It's Triple H. My Time. I'm looking forward to. Fuck, what's the song called? Now I'm going crazy now.
From Time.
There you go. Yeah, I was listening to it and I was like, damn, they had a good rap report together. And after that, when the Ghostwriting shit came out, she stopped fucking with him. And I was like,
I thought for sure she was going to be signed to TDE.
Me too. She had the
I thought
voice.
for sure she was going to be signed to TDE.
Can you imagine?
Because it wasn't even just the voice. It was she was on all their albums.
Yeah.
True.
And it was also crazy. I actually thought that, she was going to be like the first lady at TDE.
Yeah.
Like what SZA is, that's what Jhené Aiko would have been.
Damn, can you imagine a label with Jhené and SZA?
Shit. And her, just for shits and giggles.
Just I get the her, but it's just the fact that even though like SZA is the lady of the label, but it was just knowing that Jhené was so close with them.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that'd have been fucking nuts. Like, that would have been...
That'd been interesting.
That'd have been nice to see.
Been nice.
That R&B lane could have been started a few years earlier.
Probably.
Because remember, she was popping at that time.
She was. Like 2012, 2013, yeah. Fucking... What else happened? Something happened with Kendrick. Oh yeah, Kendrick gave us a fucking pump fake.
I don't know about a fucking pump fake.
But we usually
He gave us a motherfucking
What kind of
heart
shit
attack.
is that?
Nah, he
Or
was what kind of shit
something,
was
not
that? Like, I'm still confused at what the hell
Yeah,
I
like,
saw.
I don't know what it is.
Because first, fucking, we saw he deleted everything off his Instagram, and when he does that, it's like, uh-oh.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening.
I went on the group chat like, uh-oh. Yeah, something's coming. I didn't think it was going to, and after all of a sudden he posted like 3 pictures, and it was like,
What kind of shit is that?
and you looked at the story, and it was like,
What kind of shit is
it
that?
was just weird. And I guess it's a fucking agency with him and Dave Free. Whatever. Alright.
Something that I still don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I still don't get it.
It's like some creative shit.
That's
The
cool.
official statement is a multilingual at-service company to creators. They're focused on cultivating raw expression from grassroots partnerships. Lamar describes it as selfless, reset. In other words, it's a talent agency. And I was like, why the fuck didn't you just say this shit then? Like,
Because you needed big words.
these ain't even big words.
I don't know.
I know,
Big-
it's just-
I don't know what Kendrick is
It's
thinking.
complex imagery. And it's like, I don't need complex. Just tell me what it is.
What is it? Like it's
Do
like
we sign up?
Yeah, like,
or-
is this for a select... Like, that's why it's confusing.
yeah.
Do aspiring artists that can be found anywhere on SoundCloud, are they available to sign up? Is it still a we pick who's a part of this brand type deal? Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
All Kendrick is gonna say is "You're welcome."
I mean,
What
that's
the fuck
fine.
does that mean, Kendrick Lamar?
That's fine. I mean, I'll say this though: if this was if what he said in this was translation for what an album would sound like, this would be the first time he would have missed for me.
Well, we gonna see.
Because I'm not saying
Yeah.
using, I guess I'm just saying from what this was, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, I get
You
you.
know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
get you.
Yeah, like this is the first
Yeah.
time I'm actually confused. Right? They're like, what the hell is he talking about?
I was almost confused when there was a picture of Nas and Kendrick had a big old beanie over his head, and I literally thought that was DMX at first shot. At first sight, I
I
thought
don't
that
know
was
how
DMX.
the fuck you thought
At
that.
first thought, and then when you really look at it, I was like, oh, that's Kendrick.
I thought that was Conway. I still think it's Conway.
See, look,
And then when I really looked at it, I was like, oh, it's Kendrick. Okay.
Like you guys were like talking. Oh, I expected that. I was like, him to take a picture with Conway. What the fuck? Like, what are you talking about?
gun store.
And then I looked at it. I was like, oh, it's Kendrick.
What are you doing?
Nah, that's Conway.
No, that's Conway. Speaking of Conway,
Kendrick.
Conway and Griselda took a picture of Kanye. I don't know if y'all saw that shit. Kanye, if it's just production, can you imagine Griselda over Kanye beats? Gritty soul sample Kanye?
If he goes back to his old shit,
If it's just production.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
if he goes back to his old shit,
Yeah, if
that'd
it's
be-
just
that'd be fucking
production,
dope.
Kanye can do it. Just, you know.
Well, you keep saying if it's just production, but what is his production gonna sound like? That's what I'm getting at.
Oh, soul sample, gritty
If he
Kanye.
goes back to the old shit,
Yeah, he can do it if he wants
Yeah.
to. You heard Daytona.
In Kanye's defense, and in Griselda's defense, I don't think Griselda's jumping on Yeezus sounding tracks. So it would have to be
That
the
gritty
sped
shit.
up chop.
you never know.
soul
They
sample. Like,
might just fuck around and do that. You know what I mean?
mean,
Like, oh,
could-
Kanye gave us this. Fuck it, let's
I
just
mean, you
try it
could,
out.
but I trust their
Oh
brand.
yeah, I know. I was about to say,
Kanye knows what he's-
There's
and
still a standard there.
Yeah.
And Kanye's he's out there, but he's not that out there. He knows what to do.
It also looks like Kanye's kind of like
No, I heard of his "Can't Tell Me Nothing" Christian thing. He's still there. It's still there.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like he's kind of sounds like he's like, all right, they. it don't
ain't
sound like
buying
they.
this shit.
Yeah, it sounds like they ain't buying my stirring up shit anymore. So
He's quiet now.
let me go to the barber shop and get my regular my Rockefeller cut.
Can you see he's looking fresh? now.
Rockefeller
He's
cut.
looking
Yeah.
fresh now, but but ministers look fresh. So I don't know. I don't trust me. Y'all saying this now. Wait till he gets his Twitter account back and starts talking again.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what was this shit you were talking about, Thriller?
What is Thriller really?
What is Thriller? Because we were saying, like, what album is, like, going to be the Thriller? Like, you said, we saw, like, Lil Uzi's album was going to be the Thriller of this genre of music. And I was just sitting there. I was like, shit, what is Thriller? Period. Like, what is it? We know the album. Well, obviously, people.
Yeah, but what we're speaking of is
music video.
it's always a go-to expression that people use to describe somebody's what they call their artistic greatness.
Because Thriller
Like
was
the
Michael's
peak of their greatness.
Yeah.
So it's always like, oh, so he's gonna make his Thriller.
Yeah, I say that.
like-
I catch myself saying that sometimes.
Yeah.
too.
So at that point, it's like one would just have to ask themselves,
What is Thriller?
what is Thriller really?
Not the music.
What is the essence of Thriller?
It's not the music, not the videos. Just what is Thriller?
Yeah.
Shit. You're great.
I don't think anybody's still coming with an answer. Like,
It's just the greatness.
You're welcome.
yeah.
You're welcome.
It's you're welcome.
It's your welcome. Michael didn't even know what the fuck it was. He's had to get the album out. Well, what
Michael's recording. Quincy said,
What kind of shit is that?
Nigga, it was called The original name was called Starlight, and so I guess some trivia for you. It was gonna be called Starlight. They recorded the album. They listened back to it. They said,
What kind of shit is
and
that?
then okay, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's rework some of these songs. And they took out some songs, reworked some songs, and the shit you hear is what is the shit you hear.
yeah.
And they were happy, and it sold quadrillion records. Highest selling album ever. People call it his greatest hits.
Starlight makes sense now that I'm looking at the cover.
The cover,
But
yeah.
see, it's all about titles too. Like,
And it was, and the
I'm
record was called
not
Starlight.
saying,
Thriller.
I'm never saying in a million years, oh, he about to create his Starlight.
No, you right.
Fuck no.
You right.
The original
The
song-
title hits so much different from
This is
Thriller.
Well, this is Starlight.
Yeah,
Dude,
nah,
I heard the
nah,
demo
nah,
of
it's
Starlight.
not, it's not working.
Michael didn't even want to sing it like that.
It's
He was
not
like,
working.
It's Starlight. What the fuck is this? Rework this shit. Make some monster. Make some demonic shit. That's what it is. That's what it is. Even the cover don't even match the fucking title. It's just Michael chilling with a tiger, a baby tiger. In
That
a
cover is a bad boy R&B cover. Like,
Take that.
yeah, that nigga's bedazzled
But
in a shiny suit. He got a tiger there for no fucking reason.
And when you open it up, yeah, with a tiger, and he's just chilling.
Yeah.
And it just says Michael Jackson.
Like that screams Puff.
I mean, the instrumental version. Have you seen you've seen the cover to that, right?
What's the cover of the instrumental?
Oh,
instrumental
you've never
version?
seen it?
I probably have. You got to incite my memory.
It's the zombified Michael.
Oh yeah, that's the 25th anniversary one. How did I know
No,
that?
the 25th anniversary one is.
And there's a lot of covers
It's
of
the
that
same.
shit.
Oh, fuck.
There's a lot of covers of it. Trust me, I've seen them all. There's another one with all the zombies. They did hella separate covers.
No, that's the instrumental version.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
Yeah.
But in terms of what
Win.
an artist's Thriller is, it's got to be something
It's
that
like
captivates.
perfection.
Yeah, but it can't just be music solely. It's got to be something that captivates pop culture.
Yeah.
in its
The
entirety.
impact, it's huge.
It can't just be an artist that drops a
that's what
classic
Thriller
album.
was.
It's not a fucking classic
It's gotta
album.
be something that changes
Monumental. That
the landscape.
changed the
pretty much.
landscape
Yeah.
of everything. Probably Beyonce. Beyonce's Beyonce?
That would qualify.
Because
Yeah.
Changed landscape.
that's her Thriller of how to release albums.
Yeah.
The surprise drop. Good Kid, Mad City.
I wouldn't even say that.
Nah. What hip hop album changed the landscape of everything? Yeah, I know that one. That's what I'm talking about. I know that. He's not zombified, nigga.
Instrumental.
Oh,
fuck.
so it's instrumental, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could say Good Kid, Mad City.
I don't know,
Or
I just-
Different Butterfly, just off the simple fact of it made sequencing important again.
That too. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, people call that.
Like, it was, I think, culturally, that did
Yeah.
something to hip hop because then, like Busby just said, My Crazy Life,
Yeah.
it followed that blueprint. So clearly it did something.
Yep.
It
You know what I'm
changed the
saying?
landscape.
Like-
but I'm thinking something that really just changed the landscape.
And I
of
mean-
just everything.
I mean, Drake made the attempt with Take Care. It didn't connect because obviously there was tracks that
Yeah.
So, and like I said, that's very hard to do. Like we're saying, Jhené pulled it off, but even then, we were still naming tracks that probably could have been.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
Because Thriller was
for
9
sure.
tracks. So that's the thing about it. I mean, Megan had 9
Megan.
tracks. But but there was 2 songs that were just missed. Thriller was 9 tracks. 9 tracks of perfection. You can say what you want about Baby Be Mine with the second track, but that's a good record to listen to.
Yeah.
Only reason why it didn't really pop because Michael didn't push it. Like
He was
seriously.
tired. He wanted to go sleep in castles.
You feel me? It was Wanna Be Starting Something, then Baby Be Mine, then The Girl Is Mine, then Thriller, then Beat It.
It's still the wildest thing that people think that Michael Jackson was staying at 5-star hotels.
The fuck?
Nah, motherfucker, he was staying at castles. He was staying with the country's royalty.
Nigga moonwalking, they invited him to the fucking White House. Even he was shocked. Like, what? Okay.
That's all I had to do?
Yeah.
I learned this from Soul Train, and that's all? Shit.
Right.
Wonder how that nigga feels, because he's the one that invented it, and he sees another nigga do it, and then he gets invited to the White House.
What kind of shit is that?
That shit wasn't even called the moonwalk and shit.
It was called the moonwalk.
No, originally, it wasn't.
What was it called? The slide?
I don't know exactly what it was called, but it wasn't called a moonwalk.
No.
I always like the story, and I know it's off of bad. It's not Thriller, but fuck it. I always like the story how when he was staying with Princess Diana, and she was like, he's like, well, out of respect for you, I'm not gonna perform Dirty Diana. And she's like, Michael, you gotta perform it. That's my favorite song. I love that song. And then he's like, really? But in my mind, I had my own narrative. I had my own narrative. And Michael's like, you freaky bitch, you like, you like this shit?
You like this dirty shit?
Oh, yeah. There's powerful niggardry at
I mean,
work.
seriously, like, everything think about Thriller. Like I said, Wanna Be Starting Something, Baby Be Mine.
PYT.
No, I'm going through the track list. Like, baby, like the sequencing of that album, Wanna Be Starting Something, Baby Be Mine. Then it was The Girl Is Mine, which I feel still kind of but it was one of his hit records.
Yeah.
Then it was Thriller. Then it was Beat It. Then it was Billie Jean. Then it was fucking Human Nature. Then it was PYT. And then The Lady in My Life. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, when you listen to it, you're like, holy shit, he didn't miss.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
Yeah.
And then he went and sold a bajillion fucking records. What the fuck? And niggas were they were going out and buying this shit.
I mean, in terms of baseball,
I know.
In terms of baseball, he threw the perfect game.
Yeah. Literally.
9 tracks, 9 innings. Like, if you want to get that technical, like,
and that's why it's so crazy when people feel that Off the Wall was better. But it's just like, and then they try to.
It's off of preference, bro. Like,
it's like
that's what it comes down to more.
But yeah, these records are like literally his greatest hits. What album has the greatest hits? Like, your whole album is your greatest hits.
Yeah, can't say that about
people that say that about Drake.
And maybe. that's no slight at anybody. Yeah. You're in rare company. I think the only other person that you could name drop off that is Purple Rain.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like literally, like that's the only one that comes to mind.
Like, literally, that's your greatest hits. Like, almost besides one track, all 8 of those tracks are literally your greatest hits. You will hear at least one of them on the radio.
Yeah.
That's wild to think about. People keep trying to say that about Drake. I'm like, nah. Not Kanye, nah. Hove, no. Eminem, no. They might have sold a lot of records. Pac,
yeah,
nah.
No, it's just it's a different conversation.
Yeah. That's why
the only 2 I can think of is Michael and Prince.
That's why when they try to compare Chris Brown to this person, like I always think musically in the impact. Like, Michael was, like you said, a force. Like, you couldn't stop that. He sold all them records, won all them Grammys, and then white folks were like, "Who is this nigga? Like, who the fuck is he to make music this good?" Made MTV said, "You gonna play my music? I don't give a fuck if I'm black. You gonna play this?" And
I will say this, man. I'm no slight, you know what I mean, at all. But it's like, you said that he was a force and you couldn't stop it, but then
they stopped it.
I'm
talking about that time period. That time, he had a run. My guy had a run.
Definitely that.
That's what I'm talking about.
That run, realistically, that run could have kept going, dude. You know what I'm saying? That shit could have. That would have been on another.
If them allegations never came out, he'd still be alive.
And that's
right
what
now.
I mean. Like, they stopped it, and now when you want to mention Chris Brown. Chris Brown was, I'm not gonna say he was on the run, but he was on that Young Michael shit.
Yeah,
about to evolve and shit. Then, you know what I mean? And then they stopped that before it took off.
Yeah.
So
Justin Bieber,
or he stopped it.
And it's funny how the media always tries to like give someone else that King of Pop crown, and they're like, everyone says nah. I know Michael Jackson. Like I'm saying, when you talk about Thriller, it has to be something, because Michael didn't know what the fuck. He knew what he was making, because he didn't. Thriller was his fuck you record. After Off the Wall didn't win them awards, he was like, "Oh, these motherfuckers trying to play me." All right, he was like, "Bet." Yeah. So you see this great shit I made. I made Off the Wall. I was trying to be nice with y'all. I want to give y'all the dance. All right, I'm gonna make.
You know the best way to describe it. you know the best way to describe that. Kobe in the 2008 finals versus Kobe in the 2009 finals.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I was trying to be nice to you, motherfuckers. Oh, okay, so this is the thing. Okay, bet. Come on.
So y'all were liking it, but you weren't really dancing to this shit. I'm gonna make you dance in the first drums. Pop, 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 dance, nigga. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was. Them drums hit, like, you gonna dance to this. And you like that? All right, I'm gonna slow it down, girl's mine. And baby be mine, girl's mine. Then you gonna get spooky, nigga. Thriller, dance, nigga. Beat it, dance, nigga. Billie Jean, dance, nigga. All right, dance, nigga.
I just want to know how much cocaine was in those sessions.
Oh my god!
Quincy Jones had to have been high off his ass.
Yeah, he was on 5 at least.
His whole body had to have been numb when producing that album.
Can you imagine, like, if they?
Hell yeah.
Can you imagine the listen back session when they knew, like, the first draft was trash?
Yeah.
And they were just like, call the Coke man.
Yeah.
We're gonna be here all.
Yeah. I got to the
day.
point the Coke man, like, he couldn't leave. Like, he had to bring enough Coke to last him for the week, and he had to be locked in the fucking studio with him.
Them niggas just stuffing their face in that shit like Scar.
Yeah.
Okay, play it back. I'm ready. See, was like beard.
Fucking cloud of smoke by the mic and shit.
Right.
No, seriously, when they played back Beat It, they blew out the mic, the speakers went on fire. That's a real story.
Yeah. I'd imagine.
I meant the cloud of smoke coming from the face.
I'd imagine the Coke man would have been like Dave, except instead of grabbing the bag, they would have just grabbed the Coke man and just rushed him in. Like, nah, get your ass in here.
Get your ass in there. Get your ass in
Like,
there.
you imagine me and the Coke man just think you doing a drop off and you sitting in on a week's worth of Thriller sessions?
Oh my god!
I would want to be like a fly on the wall during the Thriller sessions. Just not say nothing, just kick back and just watch them work, arguing with each other. Even though you know what this album's gonna sound like. I can't say shit. Just let them figure this out. How do you think this sounds? Sounds great. Maybe you could turn that up.
Michael, you fucking idiot. You can't get.
Shut the fuck up, Quincy. Shut up, Quincy.
Wow.
Michael had a real nigga voice though. He uses real. Nah, shut up, nigga. when the bitches came, oh hey, how you doing? How you doing? Nah, nigga, shut up. Turn that shit up. The fuck?
So, Coke man, how the fuck this sound?
Nigga, how's it sound? Shit, man. I would literally be I want to be a fly on the wall in them sessions. It's just like the stories. I read a lot of stories on these sessions. Like brought in Van Halen to do the Beat It shit. Man, made these niggas dance and then sold all them records and won them Grammys. And it's just motherfucker. You should have gave it fall off the wall.
What's like your top 3 or 5 sessions you would of all time that you would have wanted to see?
I was just gonna ask this.
I was gonna say that
fly on the wall shit.
I can't let that fly on the wall shit.
Yeah.
Thriller. Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Chronic, 2001, and the Marshall Mathers LP. Just off the top of my head.
So off the top of my head, for sure, I wanted to be in the studio for those Chronic sessions.
Oh, yes.
The first project for Death Row. I know they talking a grip of shit
Yep.
about
It was a
Easy
family
and
atmosphere.
NW and Ruthless and all that.
Yeah,
and then for Snoop, the introduction to everybody, but most importantly Snoop, definitely would have wanted to be on that. Mm-hmm. The next one I would have wanted to be on, I would have wanted to be in on the Bobby Brown Don't Be Cruel sessions.
Shit.
You want to talk about coke? I want to know what the fuck was going on in there. I want to know what was happening in those sessions because it was Teddy Riley, then he rotated to Babyface and L.A. Reid. And if I'm not mistaken, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis probably had, I think, a couple tracks on there. If I'm not mistaken. If they didn't completely, weren't giving everything to New Edition for any Heartbreak. But I could be wrong. Either way, I'm going to actually go with the tie. I would want to be in both of those sessions because I know they were talking shit about each other. Because remember, that was that they dropped the albums at the same time. And they ended up finding out they were going on tour with each other. So
shit, yeah.
I'm gonna say a tie because to me New Edition's always attached to each other.
I mean, yeah.
So I wouldn't want to be in those.
That goes together, yeah.
So there. Let's see. There's got to be some good ones too. Like they got to be good. That's tough.
It really is. That's a hard question,
That's
man.
tough. I mean, on the sake of my mom, I would want to see what the Purple Rain sessions were.
Yeah, that would have been fire.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling you were going to mention one of
Like,
those.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't necessarily say it just for me, but just off growing up in that. I want to try to find one that somebody really wouldn't expect. Because I feel like those sessions, like when you create a classic and nobody's expecting you to give a classic.
Good Kid, Mad City.
No. We knew Kendrick was gonna be a star. I'm talking about an artist that just comes out of fucking nowhere.
YG's My Crazy Life.
You knew that he had something though.
Yeah, I'm talking about somebody that completely comes out of left field. And you're like, what the fuck is Weekend?
House of Balloons.
House of Balloons. I would have loved to have been in those sessions.
I was gonna say Victory Lap, but that was over years. That was all them tracks were like years apart. So, but House of Balloons would have been something.
Yeah, that
would have been just because I could probably he probably recorded some of that shit in his room or in the studio, like hotel rooms. Maybe So Far Gone. That would be a session I would probably want to be in.
I mean, I would love to be in doggy style, but a lot of people don't realize that. Oh no, that was actually before. Doggy style would have been cool. The one I really would have loved to have been a part of, just because of the mind state. I would have loved to be in the Me Against the World sessions.
Yeah,
that was when he was getting ready to go to jail.
Yeah,
or at least when he was going through the case and shit.
Yeah,
and before the shooting. So I think those sessions I would have wanted to sit in on.
Not All Eyes on Me.
Well, All Eyes on Me is he's celebrating life, like he's out, which nothing wrong with it. Like I would have loved to have seen that, but if I had to pick one of them.
Yeah,
to really study a man's mindset, knowing he's gonna have to his freedom's on the line.
I was thinking I was gonna think Machiavelli, but I was like, nah, that's too dark.
Yeah,
because even though the story is legendary, he did it in 3 days.
The Machiavelli story is I would not want to be around that studio.
Yeah.
Like it was literally
3 days.
It ain't even that. Everybody was just divided. Like there's just tension everywhere. They said it was Pac and the Outlaws, and then the producers that were on the album. They were on one side, and it was Snoop and the Dog Pound on the other side. And that's what it was.
Yep.
The reason why Badass is on the album is because the Outlaws was fucking around and sleeping, and he got fed up, so he walked out, and Badass just happened to be in the area, and he's like, "You want to do the fucking verse?" And that's how Badass ended up on the album.
Wow.
But
other than that, like they were separated out.
I remember that.
They weren't fucking with each other like that. I would not want to be in. I don't want to be in that.
I do not want to do that.
Nah.
Shit.
Yeah, I would have to go with that. So, Purple Rain, Chronic, the two-way tie with the New Edition projects, Heartbreak, and then Don't Be Cruel, House of Balloons, and then Me Against the World.
How about you?
Yeah.
All right, so mine. Bob Marley's Exodus.
Woo, shit. That'll be a lot of weed smoke.
Yeah, I know. You wonder why.
Yeah.
Nah, but
we know
seriously though,
it is.
I love. Well, for those who don't know, like I grew up on reggae music too, with hip hop, and fucking I love Bob Marley's music. Like love his shit. Like I'll give you deep cuts. You know what I mean? Like I love his fucking music. So, but then that album, Exodus, that one was the one that like changed everything. So it's like I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Secondly, Santana's first album, which was put out in 1969.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
so that he was a crazy dude. Like a lot of people see him now as being like a spiritual type of guy and shit from the Bay Area. You know what I mean?
He was on crack,
but nah, he wasn't on crack. He was on LSD, bro. Like he was fucking on acid.
He was on acid.
He was tripping, bro. Like nah, but just to see an artist like that perform at that high caliber on his first fucking album,
right?
Like, dude, I would love to have been in that session.
Yeah.
Then we go to hip hop. For all the reasons that you said you wouldn't want to be there, I would have loved to have been in the All Eyes on Me. Fucking
no, not the All Eyes on
Machiavelli.
Me. The Machiavelli session.
Oh, the Machiavelli. Oh, yeah, no, okay, never mind then. Nah.
I would love to have been in the All Eyes on Me. I just said if I had to do a toss up, the only reason why I would choose Me Against the World is because I wanted to see his mindset, knowing that his freedom was on the line.
Okay,
just
see,
that.
I'm more about the positivity.
Yeah.
So living life, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But Dear Mama was a part of the Me Against the World session.
You right. Yeah. You're right, man. No, you're definitely right. But that's 3. Let's see. 4. Good Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to see how he worked, how Kendrick worked. You know what I mean? Like, just to be like, see everything, the ins and outs and shit.
Yeah.
The 4th one, y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Please excuse me for being antisocial.
Oh, the
Roddy Ricch.
Roddy Ricch, how he went through it. I can see that. Yeah, you listen to it.
But see, I can see you being a fly on the wall.
Though, you know
I can see you being a fly on the wall of that because you would in that scenario, you'd kind of be looking out like an A&R.
Yeah.
From an A&R's eye.
Mm-hmm. And then as soon as he hits that, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That works. Shut up.
There is some honorable mentions though.
Who?
I would love to sit in on any of the Parliament or Funkadelic sessions.
Oh, yup.
Any of them. I would have loved to have been there. You want to talk about drugs? Motherfucking secretary in the damn studio was on fucking drugs just from contact. Curtis Mayfield and Superfly.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
Would like to have been in those sessions.
Yep, definitely.
Another honorable mention for me would be Watch the Throne. That would be
that'd have been nuts.
Yeah,
especially because everything was blocked off.
They literally cut everybody off except for a film crew. So even Kanye even said, I want people. There was like a little behind the scenes video that came out. He's like, yeah, people are always wondering what was happening during those sessions. What were the conversations during the Thriller sessions?
Right. I would do a toss up. I think Illmatic sessions would have been interesting.
That would have been interesting.
The same way I feel about Wu-Tang sessions would have been fucking interesting.
Oh my god.
Wu-Tang sessions would have been nuts.
Yeah.
But I would love
just
to have
ODB alone.
Yeah. But I would have loved to have seen how a collective that fucking big was able to come together and let's just do a project. Like, it's fucking nuts.
Honorable mentions for me probably be Kush and OJ.
I was about to say.
Yeah, Kush and OJ.
But you forgot one other.
Another one.
You got a fifth one, so I guess Kush and OJ.
Did I only said?
You only said 4.
Oh shit! Okay, the fifth one was the one I was about to say right now. Then
okay,
Blueprint.
Yeah,
they did that in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I would love to have been there.
Yeah,
for sure.
If I was gonna be a fly on the wall with one whole album, be Reasonable Doubt. That'd be something. Why?
The life he was living? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, you'd have to be on watch.
Yeah, man.
He was still doing that. He was still part of that life. He was still part of that life.
He wasn't on Def Jam yet.
Yeah, man.
He ain't getting no Def Jam money yet.
That was not rich fucking Jay-Z, bro.
It's still fly on the wall. I'm still just observing everything. I'm not doing
I get it,
but you're there though.
Yeah,
just think of that scene and Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Even a fly got to be on alert for that kind of situation popping off.
Flies get swatted on that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That Blueprint would be good. He did that shit in 2 weeks.
I guess one that I think all of us, I don't know, more so you, Martine. I know for sure I would love to take a trip to Hawaii to go see My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Rap camp. The only
cool.
thing. Oh, nah, man.
But see, you're saying I'm cool, but it was for, I guess you could say it was the blueprint for TDE to run with this last year. Because he did turn into a rap camp. He brought everybody out there.
No, you're right. But I was going to say that, since you said that one, right? The Dreamville sessions.
Yeah.
I would have liked to. I would have loved to have been there. Like, you fucking kidding me? Just like go room to room, fucking all throughout his whole studio.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe, a different sound. Like, everything's just different.
I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
And that would have been dope.
Yeah.
I think I'm more so just going off of classic joints.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Joints that, and they had a great project. But I'm like, projects that, like Thriller, they set the table for, you know, they changed the climate.
I'm just thinking like the actual moment.
Right.
Like,
And the thing is, they probably didn't know this was going to happen. They was like, honestly.
That's why it's so interesting for like classic albums. When you go in there, you're not thinking I'm about to have, you know, the number 4 album in hip hop that people are going to consider 25 years later.
Yeah. Maybe we'll Watch the Throne, and maybe Watch the Throne, maybe, because they knew that was probably their goal. Michael just wanted to just.
I'm sure they went in there like, okay, we got to make this a fucking classic. You know what I mean?
Michael knew what he had to do. He had that. It was literally LeBron in Game 5. That look like. Oh, you know.
Game 6.
Game 6.
Yeah.
He had that look like, oh, you know what the fuck I'm about to do.
And especially with some of those sessions where the signature record of the album isn't getting made towards the end.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to figure out, like, watching that process of.
That's what happened with.
Okay, that's being made. What triggered the signature song? Like, what was it that did it? And all those sessions, Jimmy Iovine coming in, hey, you need a fucking hit.
The Way I Am happened after that.
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you talking about? I need a fucking
And then they said, M told the story. He said he was just laying down. They were trying to figure it out. They were trying to force it out like they were trying to force his shit. And then Dre left. And they were about to just pack it up, and then the dude was playing on the keyboard, and he just played the first chords of The Real Slim Shady. The rest is history.
Yeah.
And then other stories about how Michael came up with Billie Jean. He was literally in a car just driving, and he got so lost in thought that his car caught on fire. And he had to, because he was thinking, he's like, oh shit, I got it. Car was, and he's like, sir, you know your car's on fire. I don't give a fuck. I got it.
Wait, what?
Oh, what were you saying? Oh!
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening.
The day the niggas took over on the Chronic.
That was when the riots were going on.
That was the LA riots. They went out
yeah.
and they took shit and they came back and they was like, all right, let's go. And they started creating.
Yeah.
Fuck, even the NWA shit.
Yeah.
NWA
Like, I mean, I know
sessions.
we got like a little glimpse of it,
Right.
like a movie and shit, but like to actually be
Yeah.
there, like that.
Yeah.
That would be
Like
crazy.
honestly, Kendrick didn't know what he was making with Good Kid, Mad. I mean, he knew what he was making, but he didn't think he was gonna make like an all.
But that's why I
Yeah.
want to sit on those specific classic albums because
Yeah.
like even when you get Quincy and Michael, like you don't know what you're about to start creating until it starts happening. So like you can't. Nobody went in there like, okay, Thriller's gonna be the highest selling album. Period.
Michael did.
Right.
Oh no, Michael did. He knew it.
I think he had an idea, but not to the
not-
extent of what
yeah,
it was. You know what I'm saying? Like you can
Yeah.
say it.
You can
It's
say
one thing
that
to say
shit.
it like I'm gonna have the best record. It's nothing
That
to
could be
go
your goal,
through.
too.
Yeah,
Like-
Yeah.
because you got to remember, like you were saying, when it was initially titled Starlight, like they scrapped the shit.
Yeah, like that's
So I gotta wonder how that goes with his ego. Like, okay, fuck. Now what didn't I do right? Like,
he
Yeah.
said, like they said when they played the album back, they all slowly left the room. Michael was crying, and it's like, what are we gonna do? So they put their heads together. They just, took a break, came back, and reworked tracks.
Yeah.
Cut tracks off, and they just had to put their faith in God and say, here you go.
that's why I don't know about you guys, but for those who can do when guys brag about one takes, I like it. I'm much more fan of the artist that does 10 different takes. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, it sounded good, but run it back.
Yeah.
And then on the 7th take, it was like, wait a minute, how'd you say that one word? And it's just the one word or line, and it's like, wait a minute. How you said that, go back and say it on the first 4 bars, and how you said the first 4, say it for that one.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah,
Where
that's
it's
the
not
little
one-
technical shit.
Yeah.
The little small shit that you hear in the beats, the verses, it's like every little bit all the way down to the skeleton. That's what makes an
Yeah.
album. See, now you know why Dr. Dre takes forever to drop a record.
Oh, yeah. Makes motherfuckers say one word 100 times. Mm-hmm. Now you didn't say it right. Do it again.
I just said,
Yeah.
You say, enough. You say, yo. I don't want that, yo. Yo. Nope. Yo. Nope. Yo.
That's good music nerd topics right there.
Yeah, I know it
Round of
is.
applause to us.
I know, right?
To go from what is Thriller to what sessions would you want to sit on. That's that shit.
Yeah.
You can always tell, you always learn who somebody is just off of the media that they put into their system.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in that.
No, that's
Yeah,
true. I
definitely.
judge people off the music they listen to.
Yeah.
I really
Yes.
do judge them. If I see you listening to 6ix9ine and shit, I look at you different.
And it's always, I think you would agree too. It's always how you consume it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just like, I don't want to use us to be like, we're superior than others, but if it's kind of like you listen to somewhere, it's like, it's just fun to listen to. Like, it's whatever. I'll bounce to it.
Mm-hmm.
Versus some that's just out there and it's like, I live and die by this shit. I can't function without listening to this. It's like, do you know what the fuck he's saying?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to go out your day, listen to it. Because music is subjective. It's for everybody. That's why people get so sensitive when you go after their favorite artist because
Yeah.
you're going after them.
Yeah.
And it's just, like I go after Aubrey. It's just like, everyone,
Why are you mad?
It speaks to me.
See, the thing that bugs me is when they mention an artist and like, oh yeah, his beats are sick. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I know they gotta pay for them and shit like
Yeah,
that.
but they never
But
talk
they ain't
about the
making them.
lyrics.
No, yeah.
They ain't making those beats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and they never talk about the lyrics. I'm a big lyric guy, and they always say, "Oh, the beats on fire." But
Yeah.
they never talk about his rapping ability.
Exactly.
They
That-
never
that's-
talk about that.
I always look at those people sideways like,
Oh yeah, so
okay.
you
I'm
don't
always
be listening.
I'm always a stickler for both. I
yeah.
love lyrics
Same
and I
here.
love production.
Yeah.
It's that.
Yin and
See, for me,
yang.
because for me, it's you could have the dopest lyrics in the world, but if your tracks just
Like MF Doom.
Nas.
that's an artist.
Hey,
I love Nas.
Yeah, I love Nas, but that's one of the reasons why I feel
I know
like
what
his
you mean.
yeah
Yeah.
his product like to me it's the beautiful mix of the perfect lyrics with the perfect production.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you gotta rap somebody with the hooks.
Yep.
If all else fails, they gotta know what the hook is.
Right.
So if you have that, and if the beat is at minimum serviceable, cool, you got something. But when the motherfucking lyrics don't fit any other production but the production you have, and the production is what produces those lyrics, that's a match made in heaven.
It really is. That's why I'll go back to the sessions. I really want to sit in that Marshall Mathers LP session. Like, what was going through his mind when he was recording all these damn albums? Drugs, of course. Like, duh. But
I already know what Larissa, if she had one session, she would just want to sit in on Kim.
It would be Revival. Oh, yeah.
No,
I would be in Kim, too. Wouldn't you say
just Kim.
She wouldn't care about. I mean, chances are she would, but if there's one song that she had, she'd sit on
I'll
Kim.
be in Kim with popcorn. We would have popcorn enjoying this shit. Because I still can't believe they greenlit that
She
shit.
tells me about the conversations you guys have about him. She's like, so Busby said this, that, and I'm like, I'm so glad that you can rely on Busby to have these conversations.
Oh my god.
I thank you.
But that's what I'm saying.
She has a lot of fun with those conversations.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
But like with this albums, period, that's why I'd be looking at some of these artists like, y'all don't even put love into this shit no more. Like, it's just like y'all just trying to just chase. They're trying to chase the money. They're trying to chase the club. They're chasing club money. Schoolboy Q said that shit. Niggas are chasing the club money, not the overall impact that they're gonna make.
And they're chasing
moments.
They're chasing approval. And I want to preface this because everybody chases approval. Mm-hmm. It's just in the manner of the approval that they're chasing.
That social media approval.
It's the quick response. There's no room for digesting anything. Mm-hmm. It's just the immediate, let me know what the opening 24-hour response is, and after that, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's nothing of, what can I make to have people talking 5 years from now about this project?
Shit.
Yeah. No one.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're all going for approval.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. I'm not going to say this generation is doing it the wrong way, because everybody seeks the approval. You got to know what works. Mm-hmm. But it's just, they're going for the TikToks versus the 25-year anniversaries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah.
And now in this new decade, like I really do hope somebody just pops up if the coronavirus don't get them. Like, I hope someone just pops up and just fucks everything up again, like Kendrick did, or like Drake did, or like what Cole did, or like what Big Crit did, or like what all these other artists did. I hope somebody just comes out of nowhere and is like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So I don't know how it is.
Roddy is he's on the right track.
Yeah, no, definitely.
He's definitely on the right track. So I want to include him.
Yeah.
I think we're all just kind of still waiting for that. From the time they jump on the scene, it's like, that's it right there.
Yeah.
That's it.
They're out there. They have to be out there. But who knows? In this climate, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
It really is going to be like a needle in a haystack.
Well, you know what's hard is it's hard out here for a nigga named Biebs.
The God.
It's hard for Biebs, man.
You mean the mere mortal?
Hey.
Yeah.
I mean,
I always call him the God just out of jokes.
I know, and fuck you.
Well, fuck you too.
Yeah, Justin Bieber, he makes Chris Brown look greater every single day.
This month, when did they announce the tour back in January, right?
Yeah, I mean,
end of December.
Because the album came out last month, February.
I mean, February, Valentine's Day.
They've been building this shit. When did Yummy dropped right after we came back from the break, or before we came?
Right around that time
It
period.
was a little bit after, I believe.
Okay,
2 weeks after.
So, all right. So ever since January,
and they let people know that a tour was coming. So even before the coronavirus, they let people know that, the tour, they had the dates and everything, the pre-order sales, everything. They had everything ready to go. It went out and tickets were selling. And they were saying in that report tickets were selling. But if y'all don't know, because of quote-unquote the coronavirus, Bieber has, said some tour dates, because it was a stadium tour. But now some of these stadiums are going to turn into arena shows.
What kind of shit is that?
I mean, and they said it goes, because of the coronavirus, and there's gonna be half empty arena.
No.
Nah. Half empty state stadiums. We're just gonna put it back. No. I told you when I listened to that album, that's not stadium status music. It's not stadium music at all. That's another thing Michael did when he made these albums. He said, "I want to perform these songs in a huge stadium music."
100%. You have to know I think that's something that is missing from a lot of artists. They don't factor in, where am I performing this music? Where do I picture myself performing it?
Yeah.
Because if you want to do arenas and stadiums, you got to bring arena and stadium music.
Right.
You can't bring and that's not diminishing those artists that want more intimate venues. That's perfect. I love going to an intimate venue. So that's not discrediting them to say arena and stadium music is better than that. As an artist, you just gotta know where the fuck you going.
Yeah,
Right.
because I told you when I listened to Purpose, I'm like, this ain't no stadium status music. This is like probably like a small venue or intimate session venue, or maybe like you guys said, arenas. And now because like it was Detroit and a few other cities, yeah, they're all gonna be in arenas now.
Purpose or
Purpose was stadium status. That was stadium status music. Purpose and
this
Believe.
one was Changes. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Changes was arena. This is the arena closed sessions. Like, nah, man.
I just think it has a lot to do too with the fact that, like I said from the jump, it didn't feel, the music didn't even feel believable.
Yeah.
And so as a result, it doesn't make it memorable to fans that are people that are outside his fan base.
I mean, he's still on the charts, but he's slowly slipping off of it. And I'm telling folks,
he shouldn't be, for somebody of that
number 6
status, like you should have an album that's like, as soon as one song starts slipping, another one starts building momentum, going back up.
None of them
doesn't have that.
He does not have that at all.
No. The reason why I say he makes Chris Brown look good is because anybody can say whatever the hell they want to about Chris, but one thing you can never say about Chris is that people back out from his shows.
At all.
Right.
Like when he puts music out, it's there is for sure 2 to 3 certified. Those are the bangers. That's it. He's going to have another 2 to 5 that are like, okay, these work. Let's get them in rotation. And I think that's why when I brought up earlier how now it makes sense on why he does the albums where it just has so much music. Because he'd go into a venue because he knows it's going to sell out. And he's going to be like, okay, I have this many tracks from this album. We're going to run with whatever is the most popular. And then we're going to throw in my cuts. And then we're out after that. Like that's a perfect, now that I'm thinking of that, that's a perfect formula.
Not only that, but you got to figure too, like, anybody who buys a ticket for a Chris Brown show is going to be in for a show.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nothing against Bieber or whatever, but Chris Brown's just a whole nother monster.
Yeah. I've been to 3 of them.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Not one time have I left it. Like, even then, when the music's is obviously geared towards the women.
And
like,
also,
you know what I'm saying? Like Take You Down.
Yeah.
Like, even then, like, it ain't even like, oh man, I feel weird watching this. No, it's like that nigga putting on a show.
And also, Bieber took, like, his last album dropped in 2014. He took a long ass time to drop an album. So his audience grew up and some of them just moved on. They got tired of waiting. So, whatever, Bieber, I still feel he's not ready to tour. I'm telling you, after watching this documentary and watching that Zane Lowe interview, I'm like, you ain't ready to tour, man. I hope you don't snap.
I told you.
Everything just like as time goes, just his heart just don't even feel like his heart was in this.
Yeah,
kind of feels like he was coerced into doing this.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like Scooter got him into it, or probably he tried to convince himself to do it.
And leading up to this shit, Busby was real excited.
I was just playing a character.
You was excited.
Call Bieber the God.
You were excited
for the God.
And I was telling you he ain't got the juice like that.
Okay.
I was right.
You want a cookie?
Yeah, motherfucker.
All right.
What happened to I'm right until you prove me wrong? I proved you wrong, goddammit.
All right, you want a cookie? Speaking of breaking news, I was on Twitter, and apparently reports have coming out that they've postponed Coachella until October. Whoa! That's just a rumor right now. It's just a report that's close to the source. They're saying that they postponed. All the artists are going to come back. They're going to come back, but they're saying they might postpone it to October. That might suck for Taylor for Camp Frogner. That's in November. Damn, October Coachella, November fucking Camp Frogner.
And
damn.
October Coachella might hit
different. That might work. To be honest,
well, think about it for a second. Just think about it from this perspective. That's possibly going to be the final big festival of the year now. Mm-hmm. And you're not really getting that big of... We're not expected to have that much music dropping after October. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's like the grand finale. Yeah, maybe it's like the grand finale of... This is it. Everybody's projects have been released. You have had time to know these words. This is it. After that, the industry starts shutting down.
That might be a blessing in disguise.
Yes. Shit. Coronavirus might have added a new dynamic.
Right before the election, too?
And then if you think about it, too, if it hits this way... There's 6 months in between what would have been Coachella then and this, they might start doing 2 Coachellas.
Maybe. I think this might be a blessing.
I don't know, man. That's a lot of money, bro.
It is,
that
but
is a lot of money.
is. But think of it from this perspective. If it hits in the springtime and it hits just like it's going to be a test, but if it hits as well in October, what's going to stop them from being like, y'all want to do it in 6 months? Because we could do this.
This could dead ass be a blessing in disguise. Like this, Coachella. Now that y'all breaking this down, because it's always known as a spring event to kick off the year, but now you move it towards the end of the year, and everyone's albums are out and shit like that. Weekend was Frank Ocean supposed to perform, and who was it going to be? The Big Sean?
Or even it could even be this, because remember they do it for 2 weeks. What if they split the weeks?
Yeah.
So the spring and then October. Remember, they're going to do 2 shows anyways, even if they do it consecutively.
Coachella hasn't confirmed it yet, but according to a report, a verified account, they said like a source close to the event people because of the whole scare that's going on.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? They'll think they're pushing it back to October.
I can see the idea of if it really goes and if it hits in October, I could see them being like, it's 6 months in between. Like that's enough time for us to do this.
People's albums are gonna
that'd be crazy.
People's out. Big Sean's album will be out by then. I hope this don't push people's albums back. Isn't weekend?
But see, that's the thing. It would have to really Coachella could, if they do 2 shows in a year, Coachella could end up becoming the sun in the industry. Everybody's albums work around Coachella now.
You find out, and that's when you find out who's gonna whose albums are coming. Yeah. When you look at the
announcements when
you see who's on there, you see who's gonna be on there. Like Megan probably will drop more work. More artists are gonna drop more music around that time period. Man, now I'm thinking about it, that could be a blessing.
Yeah.
Man, coronavirus blessing people.
Literally. Because I know what you're saying. Like after we saw the Firefest documentaries, like it's not you just set a stage up 1 week and you're ready to go. I understand that.
Yeah.
But what if it's a scenario where they just pull stuff down for like a week or so, and then they automatically start getting ready for October the following week?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I hear you.
They're saying like
because then if you think about the economy, that builds up. That's a year-round job.
Yeah.
They also said Pearl Jam is gonna postpone the first leg of their tour because of this shit.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Pearl Jam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's wild, man.
It's crazy out here, bro. Everyone's scared shitless for the toilet papers.
But don't you think that for the toilet papers? But don't you think that fucking I'm going back to the Bieber shit. Going from a stadium to an arena.
It's not all.
You more likely are gonna catch corona than because it's enclosed. I mean,
I know.
It's because it has nothing to do with the coronavirus. It's just less seats.
Yeah, that too. No one was buying shit. No one was buying the tickets, bro. That's a spoiler.
I know this. I just wanted y'all to say it. Damn.
We were leading into it, but then the story broke, so I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, like that's the reason no one was buying these tickets.
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, man.
To this day, T-Pain is the only one that has
kept it real.
Came out and kept it 100. And I'm so mad on behalf of T-Pain because I'm like, had I known that you were, I don't put that on him. I put that on
his promoters.
The promotion. Like,
yep.
Who the fuck doesn't want to go to a T-Pain show that's of our age?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Told me T-Pain going on the road, man. Fuck it. I'm bringing a fan and I'm singing along in the fucking fan.
You feel me?
Like I'm ready to go. So I don't put that on him. Like that to me, that was something bigger, and they failed him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's the only one that's kept it real. Sad.
Oh well. A lot of these artists' egos are too big. So
yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, round of applause for Eminem for the Godzilla video. And he got Cole Bennett from fucking Lyrical Lemonade to direct it and create it, which was really good. And the Juice WRLD shout out. It was vintage M. So, shit.
Artistic video.
Yes, it was.
It was vintage M with sprinkled with some crack.
I mean, yeah.
That's what Cole Bennett does,
and
man.
Big black eyes.
And big black eyes.
That was the crack.
Yeah. Mike Tyson. Hey, man, Mike Tyson had a cameo.
Yeah, Mike Tyson shows up.
Yep.
Dre's in there expectedly.
Yeah, expectedly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on, man. He had to.
Yeah,
he
had to.
Yeah.
I expect Dre and everything that's Eminem related. Even if he's just walking by just to look at the fucking screen and
walks away.
Yeah. I expect Dre to be there.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it was good. I liked it. The baby slaps the fan the fuck up.
Well, she shouldn't put the fucking camera in first.
That's my thoughts exactly on that too. For those who don't know, the baby, in the wee hours of daylight savings time,
slapped her back to next week.
He was walking through the crowd, and a woman had her flashlight on her phone, and as he was walking, it was all up in his eyes, and then she leans the phone in and taps him on the forehead, which was a trigger point because the baby just turned around and
slapped the shit out of her.
Yeah.
What happened?
He would have won the Mississippi Pimp Olympics.
Yeah, slapped her.
With that
and
slap.
they kept walking too, and then, when social media got wind of it.
What the 5 fingers say to the face?
Yeah.
Slap!
Yeah, and then when
cold-blooded.
when social media got a wind of it, and feminist people came in, he came and apologized and blah 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 blah. Whatever. I got no intake on. I got no hot take for it. It just is what it is. You saw the tape.
I mean, it is what it is, but the fan deserved it. I don't give a fuck. You tap somebody, they don't know what the fuck you're hitting them with.
Right.
And he said he didn't see, and in his apology
how
video,
could you see? You're being blinded by a fucking light.
Yeah. So
seriously, dude, you can't see. You get hit in the forehead.
And everything was going so quick.
My first reaction would be to fucking turn around and swing, bro. Like, exactly. You know what I mean?
And this is like, I want to make it clear, none of us are saying this ain't free will to just start banging on women.
No.
Because people are gonna try to, if they hear it, some may want to twist it out of context. That's not
how
what
they
this
get
is.
the clips and shit.
Like I said, you can't see. You don't know who the fuck
My
it is.
philosophy has always been, if you want to be a part of the show, don't be mad when you become a part of the show.
Mm-hmm. True.
That's how it always goes down. Like, you don't want to, it's the same thing when it comes to the rules of the street. If you want to be a part of the street, don't be mad when the streets come knocking.
Yep.
Right. You wanted to be a part of it.
6ix9ine.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yep.
I got no problems with it. It's self-defense at that point. I counted as self-defense. It wasn't like he just walked up on some random women and was just
slapped the shit out of her.
That's how certain feminists made it sound on Twitter.
Yeah, you know how they go.
Yeah.
And he apologized. So, and the baby doesn't like hitting women. He likes fucking them.
I also saw a tweet over. I also saw a tweet over the weekend. Some woman, she got mad because she didn't get the response she was getting, but she was like, "I wonder how men would respond if we just called them males all day."
Okay.
And then guys was like, "All right, you can do it if you want." So, and then I read into it a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, that won't ever work." Because women love attacking a man's ego, saying that you're not a man, and you can't really do that when you say you're not a male. Well, yes, I am. Genetically, I am. I have all the makings of a male.
Why do females get mad
so
about
they
that?
can't, that it ain't gonna last. That's part of their bag. You're not a real man.
Why do females get mad that we call them females? It's what they are. They're females. It's genetically, that's what they are. They're females.
I don't know.
It's not that deep. Like in the words of Biggie,
if somebody's open to fully explaining,
like a woman or a female?
if a woman's fully open
we
to
had
explaining,
one, but then she turned into Martine.
What the?
That's
no.
That is far from what happened.
No,
I just wanted to say it.
You need to run that back.
If any woman that hears this and wants to go on social media and explain why they don't like it, and it has nothing to do with niggas ain't shit, but it's something to have a conversation about, I'm open to reading it.
You could talk to them.
Seeing that.
I got no patience for it.
Listen, man, I will never understand the complete inner workings
of a woman.
No, but what I'm saying is, I'm not even trying to be funny on this.
Yeah,
sometimes you try to see a different perspective, and actually it makes sense. You just don't think about it because it's not something that you go to.
Yeah.
I'll never understand this shit, and I'm okay with that.
Because for some women, it could be a certain situation where it's how a female is used towards them. If it's like if it's context, if all they heard was female in a certain context and it wasn't uplifting, well, I can understand that at that point. Like you only relate to her as female in one context and it wasn't anything uplifting or
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like that I can understand. If it's just we was just checking with some females. Why we all gotta be females? If it's just that, then it's like
got a problem, bitch?
You're a female.
Yeah, I'm a male. You're a female. That's how.
In the words of Ice Cube. In the words of Ice Cube. Oh, I'm sorry, bitch.
Unless you're gender, was it transgender? Then hey,
that's all you.
I just say that because I'm always one that's open to hearing.
Maybe it's because
why you're triggered and seeing if it actually makes sense.
Maybe because the word male is in it, and they don't want to be connected to a man.
I mean, man is in woman.
I'm trying. This is logical sense, man. Next.
Princeton was pissed off that Marshawn Lynch was their class speaker.
Oh, fuck out of here.
What?
Hold my dick.
That's what he should have said.
Hold my dick.
Harvard should open up the bag and bring him in.
And have him hold his dick.
Yeah. How do you feel about broadcasters getting into, sports broadcasters in particular, getting into the trade game?
What do you mean? Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Like transaction-wise, what do you think? Because this shit I read was nuts.
I didn't think that was possible.
Is that ESPN is trying to... So, of course, Tony Romo got his $17 million from CBS.
Yep.
ESPN reportedly is doing whatever they can to get Peyton Manning in anywhere between 18 and 20 million a year and partner him with Al Michaels for Monday Night Football.
That'd be fire.
That would be a takeover.
Like, I'm reading that like, well, what's the term? Who would you be giving up from ESPN?
Seriously, though.
Who does NBC? Like, to me, that's nuts.
That's rude.
Trading in broadcasting.
So, Peyton Manning.
I never heard of it.
Peyton Manning and Al Michaels for the Super Bowl.
Allegedly, there was one that took place years ago. It was ESPN acquired somebody from another broadcast, and I think they sent people over.
Really?
Yeah. Don't quote me 100% on it. I think I heard that somewhere. Where it was years ago. So
that would be fire. Like, that would legit be fire.
You'd have to create a whole fucking channel about, hey, this broadcaster ain't doing his job, man.
Oh my god.
He's on the waiver wire.
Yeah.
Shit.
Peyton Manning and Al Michaels, that could work for Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
No, definitely could.
Yeah.
Hearing what Peyton Manning's thinking about. I wonder if that's how he breaks down, because I think all quarterbacks in a way are connected. Like Tony Romo, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, they all kind of have that like thought process of where the ball's gonna go and shit.
Peyton Manning had that show
that
on
Kobe
ESPN.
shit.
Yeah, the
detailed. Yeah.
Well, so that was my thought process was, well, shit, Peyton could bring some of detail on the Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, like,
yeah, no, seriously,
it's on ESPN.
Yeah.
Breaking down game film and shit.
Yep.
That could work.
Yeah, Peyton Manning and Al Michaels.
Al Michaels is one of the best in the business.
Yeah,
bro.
he is.
Like, you put him.
Get him away from Chris Collinsworth.
Fucking Peyton. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Get him away.
If all else fails, save Al Michaels.
Get Boomer.
Seriously.
No, put Boomer on fucking Sunday Night Football.
Do a
Chris
trade for
Collinsworth. Yes.
Nah, but you'd have to throw in some picks. You can't just Al Michaels for Boomer just ain't a straight up trade. Like, nah. NBC gonna want
stupid,
everything.
Bro.
They gonna require contracts. You have to throw in.
Just
Give me what
I mean, shit.
want.
I love Bomani and Pablo on ESPN, but shit, they canceled their show. So shit, you probably have to NBC be like, look, we want Bomani and Pablo.
so NBC
You gotta
have
run us that. You gotta give us a couple open contracts to develop some talent.
Do they have a national
They need a
sports
few
network?
expiring
NBC?
contracts.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Not like the local shit that everyone else has, but
See,
like
I
one big like how FS1 is. Do they have that?
NBC Sports. They do have
Yeah,
like their
yeah.
own division. I don't know if they have like
I don't know if
their
they show
own
live
like
Just
that.
everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But
But I know they do have a sports team because all the majors have a sports team.
Yeah. Anything else?
Twitter is introducing fleets.
At first I was cool. At first I was like, what the fuck? But then I'm thinking about it. That's like the new way of tweet and delete. That's pretty much what it is.
I actually like this. Have you heard about it, Martin?
Yeah, I've heard about it. I
thought it was.
don't know how I feel about it.
It sounded
to be
like
honest with you.
a story, like IG and all that.
Yeah.
But then when they broke it down, I was like, no, that actually makes sense. Sometimes I just want to tweet shit just to get it off, and I don't want to look at it a couple days later. And
But
yes, you
you
can say, oh no. So the way these fleets work, it's up for 24 hours, then they're gone.
Or they
Unless
can
somebody
still
wants to
screenshot it and then they'll put it
That's
up.
what I was gonna say.
But even then, like, if for us, I'm not saying we're nobody's nobody, like we mean something to somebody, but in the grand scheme of things, we're not celebrities, so I could have I could easily float under the radar. Nobody see that
Artists
shit 24
can
hours later.
sure.
Hey, artists
For sure.
can use that shit to promote their albums and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Damn, that'd be crazy.
I can see
think about
Drake-
this for a second. Like you put up the fleet, whatever, right? One of your fans fucking screenshot
Screenshot
shit.
shit. Yeah.
I can't even fucking talk right now. And then you start seeing it. You know what I mean? As an artist, like that would be insane.
Yeah.
Drake would know what. I mean, our artists would be like that. Drake could do that. Drake would do that just to announce his album. Just go on Twitter and just fleet it.
I think that's a good flex for an artist. You get to see how deep your fan base is.
Yeah.
Because of course you can't retweet or like these fleeted tweets.
Oh, you'll see it.
So you can, no. But the point is that in promoting something, this will be different because you can't retweet it or like it, but you know. You get 50,000 people post on their profile.
He'll just be on Instagram because that's where he's on. He's like, yep, all over Instagram. Like, yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I like that idea.
It'd be interesting.
Still need the edit button just for
little shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not nothing overly editing, but nothing like you overly edit shit. Just little shit so you can just put a comma here or just change a letter here.
And like they can make an edit button where it's like 5 edits or less.
Yeah.
And the restrictions are very restricted.
And they could do it. That's the thing. They could literally do it. So I don't know what's taking.
Because if you open up the edit button, motherfuckers gonna go viral off of one tweet and they just gonna go edit and put their fucking SoundCloud page on.
Yeah.
So you gotta limit that. Be like, okay, you get up to 5 character edits.
Yeah.
Because you could put the wrong word or the wrong spelling.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. And you gotta fucking delete
oh shit,
it.
Wait a minute, yeah.
Seriously, you gotta delete the whole shit.
You gotta copy the tweet that you had, then you gotta delete it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Oh, don't let it be you posting a video or a picture.
Ugh.
Oh my god. Or let's say it's already viral and shit. Like, oh fuck, I could have.
Now I look fucking stupid on 5,000 retweets. And
exactly.
But they know what you mean, though. So it's like, all right, well,
yeah, they know what you mean, but you look dumb.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Get these tweets
I mean, the one thing that you can hide behind is it's Twitter. Yeah, it's cool, but you still like a fucking
Twitter
idiot.
got people an Oscar, dog.
Serious though.
People movies too.
Getting people movies, getting people Oscars, getting people money. Twitter ain't just Twitter. It's only Twitter.
Now people be giving up $1 million ideas every single day.
That's why I stopped saying my ideas on Twitter.
Yeah.
After the training day shit happened, I stopped talking.
Yep. You gonna get these Lakers tweets and that's about it.
Or these Niners or wrestling tweets.
Last but not least, Common and Solange appear to be
that was random.
A couple.
That's random.
It was random until I saw pictures of their exes and I was like, oh, y'all got tired of dealing with the knockoff brands of each other and you went and got the name brand of each other.
Shit.
Literally.
But wasn't Common with Melissa Ford for a minute?
He was?
Yeah, but it wasn't. But
he was fucking.
Oh, speaking of Melissa Ford,
Drake was fucking him.
Yeah.
And who else was he fucking?
Takara.
Yeah.
Takara,
yeah.
And the old people
said they both found out about it, and I was like, that's swag. Shouts out to him. I'm not even gonna try to hate on that, try to twist that. Like,
I can't hate on that one.
That's G shit.
And then nigga said flat out, and he went and fucked Triple H and got her pregnant.
Oh yeah. There's powerful nigga.
Time to play the game.
Motherfucker said Triple H.
That's what they said on Twitter. He called her Triple H. He called his baby mama Triple H.
Y'all see the tweet where dude tweeted out? He put porn director yells out cut, and then it says Sarah J, and it's the gif of Triple H spitting.
Yeah,
I went.
Yeah, it's not like the entrance spit.
Yeah, I was like, dog,
you niggas are nasty.
Fam. Tiana Trump is
back on black.
Back on black.
Give me a hell yeah!
Yeah.
People were taking LeBron's his hashtags. They were applying them to her.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wash Queen.
Wash Queen.
10 years in the game, just a girl in the porn games.
Y'all saw what happened last year, man. Man.
And I've been waiting,
I wonder if
baby.
that guy that was ready to hit her up for
he ready
for the
oh my god,
you know the guy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's like, if he hit her up for the link already, like, can I get the beat?
Give me what I want.
I see you Venmo for the beat. Oh, you ain't trying to make no money. You ain't trying to get no fans.
Give me what I want.
Snapchat.
Black Planet.
Give me what I want.
MySpace.
Give me what I want.
AOL.
Tinder. Pornhub.
FaceTime.
Skype. Shit. I don't know. I don't know what albums are dropping this one. I think people are alluding that Jay Electronica is very close to dropping his shit, and it's looking like, cause I'm seeing a whole bunch of shit. Jay Electronica posted a video of him in the studio.
As far as I know, the only drop coming this week is Currency and Fenty P.
Yeah.
It's the only one I know of right now.
So, I don't know. It might drop this week, might drop next week, or drop in the Thief of the Night. I don't know. Jay Electronica,
I'll be waiting though. I'll be
whatever.
Lakers got off Friday and Saturday, so I got time.
Yep.
Yeah.
We gonna see.
They play Rockets on Thursday, and the next game is Sunday against Denver.
Whoop the Rockets' ass just for the fuck of it, because I
hope so.
Noise.
Yeah.
I'm just annoyed by the
I hope
Rockets.
Dion Waiters makes his debut that game and goes off for 20 off the bench. Just for the fuck of it.
I swear to God, if he does that shit, I'd be like, ha, better than Wiggins.
Anyway, this is episode 173.
173.
iLLogical Sense Podcast. You could always follow me on the Twitter at Mr. Busby 4 lowercase 08. You can follow us on Twitter at TLogicalSP. You can follow us on Instagram at TLogical Sense, and of course on the Facebook.
Give me a hell yeah!
And of course, on all social media, you can hit me up at JCNo. The podcast playlist was dropped. I even forgot what the fuck the title was. Hustle. Yeah, I dropped Hustle, but it was, I forgot I was doing 2. So I was like, well, I gotta sacrifice one, and I'll easily sacrifice my brand, the throwbacks, because I can't just leave the guys hanging with this one. So the throwbacks will be back this week. Yeah.
And Mark,
Tell us, everybody, thanks for checking in every week.
Same here.
Podcast is always live. Playlists are always live.
Everything live.
Send feedback.
We do this.
Even if it ain't feedback, give us ideas too. Like, I'm open to reading some topics.
Yeah, no, seriously, that'd be fucking dope.
Yeah.
And with that said, you can find me at Beats Be Killing. I'm on all my social medias. Ding. And you can search Venomous, spelled VNMS, on all your digital streaming platforms. And just be ready for next month. That's all I'm gonna say about
everything
that.
420.
Everything 420.
420,
I'm gonna
man.
keep putting that out there until it's time.
We look 420. We gonna find out what that cure. We gonna find out who wins, coronavirus or weed. Mm-hmm. We gonna find out all month in 420 who
I'm
wins.
betting all my money.
Yeah, I'm putting all my chips on.
I put all my shit on marijuana.
Yeah.
Shit.
If that shit is helping everybody go through cancer.
Yeah.
Hey,
The fuck is,
It's gonna kill some viruses.
Yeah.
Promise.
Watch it. I'm telling you, watch it be the fucking watch it be the healing one.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No.
Here, Martin, give him some weed.
Shit.
I got you.
Give him
Anyway.
the blue dream.
There you go.
Shit. Anyway,
Don't even hesitate. No, I got you.
we out this bitch.
Peace.